8,000 JFK files. We will see how that all works out. I do think
more to expose the deep state than me. I'm not going to allow you to be misled.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Our threshold for what we would classify as a historic tweet is really high on this program. I mean, Donald Trump said this in 2019. I promise not to do this to Greenland. Boy, damn, was he right. But I would argue that the day before Dan Bongino was appointed as deputy director of the FBI, posting this is absolute legend status. This is historic tweet territory. Still not tired of watching liberal media goons their diapers with every new move Trump makes. Watching their now hourly meltdown is the food that my soul craves. Keep it up, media dipshits. Again, within the week, Dan Bongino would be appointed the deputy director of the FBI. Now you know why there was such a psychotic freakout. And your lids. This is only stage one of a multi-stage F around portion of the F around to find out again. More fun ahead. Please buckle up. Thanks, Matt. You know, posting this on January 27th. Warning. This. Dan Bongino officially sworn in today as the deputy director. Dan Bongino. But soon after his swearing in, there was a public photo release, and this was the first public photo release of Dan Bongino at the FBI. We've had no other photos. Here's the one. Wearing suit and tie. Of course, fan of Dan Bongino. You've seen him in a t-shirt. For the better part of the last few years on his very successful live streaming show. Now Dan Bongino in a suit. And what is he doing? After a swearing-in ceremony as FBI Deputy Director, Dan Bongino paid his respects to the Wall of Honor, honoring the brave members of the FBI who made the ultimate sacrifice in reflecting the legacy of those who paved the way in pursuit of justice and security. So Dan Bongino is honoring FBI agents who died. And it looks like, according to this wall, you know, some of these are black and white photos. They go all the way back. Don't know any of these individual cases, but Dan Bongino's taking a note of it, and this is like a clearly respectful thing to do as soon as you enter the building. So well done. The responses are great. Love this man. Let's go. Jeffrey Epstein arrest counter. Hey, there you go. Finally, this is what we do. Perfect. Dan Bongino posting today his first day, 6 a.m. Release the hound. There are files there. Let's go. Ready? Buckle up. If you haven't fun having this one. Chuck Norris was saying this is a great crucial sacrifice. Dan
Yep. 0.
Show. I feel much more.
again. Ask it again, you fucking cunt.
I actually still can't believe Dan Bongino is new.
I'm guessing you already know. Uh, 30%. Well, fuck, it's still not a majority, but yeah.
Mugshot chic. Donald Trump, 2025 president. What happened in between was a robotic pen. If you're unfamiliar with this scandal, what is happening here is there's a full-scale investigation that has found that Joe Biden did not sign any documents in his presidency. This raises some major constitutional questions that we'll get to in just a moment. How did it happen? There's a system called AutoPen that effectively inputs a signature and then allows for that signature. If you're unfamiliar with this scandal, what is happening here is there's a full-scale investigation that has found that Joe Biden did not sign any documents in his presidency. This raises some major constitutional questions that we'll get to in just a moment, but how did it happen? There's a system called AutoPen that effectively inputs a signature and then allows for that signature to be placed on any document that's fed into the machine. What the oversight investigative group found was that this AutoPen has been used time and time and time again to effectively sign executive orders, laws, pardons, commutations. You'll note that when you place a signature on a piece of paper, it's similar. And it typically follows the same junctures, right? The ups and downs and the swoops and the letters. You can identify people's handwriting. But there's no two signatures that they're the exact same. Go ahead and check your checkbook or wherever you sign documents. We have a member of our staff who's currently buying a house, signing a lot of documents. Your signatures are never exactly a match. They never do what's happening right now on your screen, where they completely overlay perfectly all together. That never happens. So what's going on here exactly? What's happening? What scholars are saying, doing this research, is that Joe Biden clearly didn't know that he was signing various documents, incredibly important documents from his administration. Now, this, of course, comes as no surprise to any of us who watched Joe Biden in his fake White House, watched Joe Biden get jolted around the stage by Jill. Watch Joe Biden, grab me that clip. I want that clip of Joe Biden, his final cabinet meeting, where Joe Biden took over. Get me that and Joe Biden in the fake White House. The entire administration was like a practice in humiliation to the American public and the American people. Joe Biden getting led around by the nose and being inside of a fake White House for the... Why wouldn't you just use the Resolute desk inside of the Oval Office, the most powerful office in the world? There are various seats of power all throughout the globe. There's the Reichstag, there's Buckingham Palace, there's Kremlin, there's various parliaments and congressional buildings all throughout the planet. But nothing holds the kind of power that the Oval Office has, and they never let Joe Biden use it. What does that say about who Joe Biden was? What does it say about this system? Do you have a fake Oval Office? What does it say about it? And when we were live a couple weeks ago when Joe Biden was giving Donald Trump was giving a cabinet meeting. First one. And it was like a 3.5 hour extemporaneous romp. It was really fun to watch. It was very entertaining. Elon Musk kind of took over half of it, and then he went through, and you have all these, and they wanted you to know They wanted you to know that he wasn't really president. And now it seems like we have the proof. So this is the AutoPen scandal. Let me know, Klein, when we have that full. I want just that full clip of Joe Biden. It's hard to believe that it's real. I know that we posted it on X. It's hard to believe that it was actually real, that we lived through this. Joe Biden at his cabinet meeting. But, there it is. Before we move on, I just want to let you, here was the state of Joe Biden at the very end, all right? This is particularly bad. We are cherry picking here because we're choosing the very end of whatever you want to call his hospice residency at the White House. But check this out. Does this seem like a guy in his right mind?
Jill is here today. Heard that clapping. It wasn't for me when I came in. Here across previous administration, First Ladies have attended these meetings for specific reasons. This is the first time Jill has joined us, and it goes to show how important the issue is, which she's about to speak to the both of us. Today, at the top of our meeting, Jill is going to give an update on the House initiative, White House initiative, to fundamentally change the approach and fund how we approach and fund women's health services. So I'd like to turn it over to Jill and for any comments she has, and it's all yours, kid.
Thank you. Sometimes the White House surprises you.
And then Joe Biden takes over the entire meeting. It seems like it's important to establish what we've all lived through, what we all just went through. That was considered the president of the United States. This man who can barely read off his note cards and then tosses to his wife. Out of desperation. Clearly doesn't know where he is, and most importantly, where he's signing documents. Check this out from the Oversight Project that discovered this. Biden AutoPen pardons on vacation. Who's behind this AutoPen on 12/30 of 2022 that pardoned 6 criminals with the exact same AutoPen signature while Joe Biden was vacationing and golfing in the U.S. Virgin Islands. He wasn't even stateside. He was hundreds of miles off our coast. Note, they all say they are signed in the city of Washington. Our AutoPen investigation continues. What the hell is this? So let's click through. There it is. That's the AutoPen signature. These are the commutations there and the pardons for dangerous criminals. Here's a photo of Joe Biden taken on the exact same day, golfing at the Buccaneer in Christiansted, U.S. Virgin Islands, December 30th, 2022. Here he is, golfing. He's not signing or doing anything, and every single one of the signatures say signed in Washington, D.C., and every signature was an exact match. So at what point do you ask the question, do these withstand legal scrutiny? Are they real? We just lived through a fake presidency. This was all being fed into a document signing machine. Joe Biden had no idea. And if he has no idea that he's doing it, then clearly the Constitution says they're not valid. This is a real scandal. It seems like Donald Trump is very much looking forward to getting to the bottom of it. Here we go. The post that broke the internet this morning. The pardons that Sleepy Joe Biden gave the Unselect Committee for Political Thugs and many others are hereby declared void, vacant, and of no further force or effect because of the fact that they were done by AutoPen. In other words, Joe Biden did not sign them, but more importantly, he did not know anything about them. The unnecessary pardoning of documents were explained to or approved by Biden. He knew nothing about them, and the people that did may have committed a serious crime. Therefore, those in the Unselect Committee, those who destroyed and deleted all evidence they obtained during their 2-year witch hunt of me, and many other innocent people, should fully understand that they are subject to the investigation at the highest level. The fact is, they are probably responsible for the documents that were signed on behalf, without knowledge or consent, of the worst president in history of the country, crooked Joe Biden. This is particularly dangerous for a number of individuals who were pardoned. It seems like President Trump is getting at the pardons that were issued in the last seconds of Joe Biden's residency at the White House. Those pardons would include Liz Cheney, Adam Kinzinger, and Dr. Fauci, along with his family. So, what happens next? Well, Donald Trump was at the Department of Justice on Friday. We were honored to be there. We have that little interview with Mike Flynn. I'd love to pop that one up because Mike Flynn is sounding off on this today. Donald Trump at the Department of Justice saying, we got real problems here, and these aren't legal, and we're going to need to investigate and find out. Let's go.
We have thousands of murderers that Biden and his incompetency, first of all, he's grossly incompetent, but that Biden and his people and his probably auto pen, it looked like we had an auto pen for a president, and we would have been better off if we had probably. But it looks to me like, you know, that's a big subject. I'm sure you won't ask about that, but the whole subject of auto pen, did he know?
Oh my. Oh my. I woke up and I saw this on my phone and I was like, what? See, when all those pardons were being handed out by Biden, and people were losing it, they were like, who is he pardoning? What? Oh, I knew he was going to pardon. You know what I mean? Certain people, they knew he was going to pardon. Certain people, they were like, what? You know. I was sitting there wondering, with as complicated as our judicial system and our laws and regulations and everything can be, is there any way around that? To get people that could have, quote unquote, and have gotten away with many bad things, so to speak. Well, as you can see here, the
Fair enough.
Prank. This happens a lot
Amazing,
in
dude.
online circles, on the internet, and gaming circles, and obviously in the world of, you know, it ends one way or the other, dude. One way or the other. And we can't even get a statement from Pam Bondi. We can't even get a statement from Pam Bondi, dude. Okay? And so I think she's meeting with Trump tomorrow. We'll see what we get. We'll see what we get. Oh, but she's cracking down on anti-Semitism, guys, so we're in good hands. She's cracking down on the anti-Semites on college campuses, all right? While actual domestic terrorists target Trump supporters, his allies, the people that got him elected, okay, people in the independent media that are a part of the new media that his White House, okay, is hailing as a new achievement, they're all getting targeted by domestic terrorists. And I'm telling you, somebody's gonna get killed, dude. Somebody's gonna get killed. And I'm not gonna be on the side of, well, you know, I should have maybe been a little louder to get the administration's attention to, you know, kind of actually do something about this. So Pam Bondi needs to resign, get the hell out of the way. She needs to resign, get the hell out of the way.
Fucking good.
So someone can be appointed that's actually going to take this. Do you see how quickly this has escalated? I told you, did I not tell you guys like 2 nights ago?
Need to break some records.
Remember I told you guys, like,
dog.
yeah, we could roast these retarded people that are targeting Tesla dealerships. They're trying to firebomb Tesla
picture mic.
dealerships, and they're lighting themselves on fire. Right? Like, oh, haha, they're retarded. Karma got them. I see the
How was your
comments.
workout,
No,
dog?
dude. No, this is escalating. This is getting worse, dude. And somebody is going to get killed. Someone is going to get killed under Trump's watch, and I don't know what the response is going to be, dude. I really don't know what the
Did you
response.
hear back
I don't know if this
from,
is. I don't know if this is like a
365?
psyop being
No?
run,
Damn.
or this is legitimate
Well, maybe-
domestic
well,
terrorism.
Don't
And
count
it's
it
being
out
amplified
yet,
by the mainstream
It's only
media
been,
and the
what,
Democrat
like
Party.
a couple weeks.
Okay, and some type of psyop in order to have a domestic terrorist attack happen under the Trump administration to completely discredit him and cause him to be a failure to make America safe again. And it's his own supporters that are getting killed under his watch. And Pam Bondi doesn't even say anything. I don't know. I don't know if this is the op. I don't know if this is the op. And maybe that's what the op is meant to do, is to turn his own supporters on him, right? Because his AG and the FBI director are literally not doing anything, while domestic terrorists are targeting his own supporters, right? I don't know if that's the op, or if it's genuinely whatever's happening in the administration. They're just not taking this as a high priority, and maybe it'll backfire. Maybe it'll take a Trump supporter to get killed, and then finally the administration will say something, and maybe it'll backfire on the deep state. Maybe it'll backfire on these anti-American operatives. Maybe it'll backfire on them, and it'll show just exactly how extreme and satanic they are, and it won't make Trump look bad. I don't know what the outcome of this is, guys. I really don't know. All I know is that it needs to be prevented, okay? It needs to be prevented. It needs to be prevented because someone's going to get killed, okay? Someone is going to get killed. DOJ and FBI, this is the Gateway Pundit. DOJ and FBI must act now. The violent left is trying to kill conservative Trump supporters and their family members by having their homes swatted. Here's a quote. They wanted the police to kill my father. This is what I was telling people. This is escalating, and it's escalating quick. And this is not a good look. Not a good look for Donald Trump and his administration. Not a good look because Trump takes pride in the fact that whenever he's in the Oval Office, there are no terrorist attacks. How the hell is it going to look if a domestic terrorist attack is successful while he is in the White House and it's his own supporters that are being killed? I don't know. All I know is it shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. I don't know what the outcome will be. I don't know how the base will perceive that. I think people will be pissed because they know who it came from, but at the same time, could it have been prevented? I mean, Trump is literally in the White House. His appointed AG, okay, is the Attorney General of the United States. His appointed FBI director is his selected FBI director. And if this happens under their watch, Joe Biden's not in the White House, dude. Kamala Harris is not in the White House, dude. And I don't know if that's the op in order to turn Trump's base against him. I really don't know. All I know is that innocent people do not deserve to die, period. And there is still an investigation underway with Jamie White as well. I mean, we'll see if we can get down to the bottom of that and see, you know, what the truth is there. It's hard to believe what law enforcement says. We're already losing Trump supporters. but there is an increase here. There is an increase here. No, this comes down to Pam Bondi and Kash Patel. That's what this comes down to. That's what this comes down to. Two family members of one of America's top conservative voices were swatted last night. That was Nick Sorter. I think I have the actual tweet. Let's see. Well, as of right now, list of ex-conservative accounts swatted in the last 72 hours so far. Chase Geiser, Nick Sorter, Gunther Eagleman, Sean Farish, and Joe Pags. Something has to be done about this. Kash Patel, Pam Bondi. Elon Musk was directly tagged. And this was reported last night by Nick Sorter. Both my dad and my sister were swatted tonight. This was last night. A dozen cops attempted to kick my dad's door in at gunpoint. This is literal effing terrorism, and the FBI should treat it as such. Before calling in the SWAT, this dumb shit, this is a quote, so I'm just quoting Nick Sorter, sent my sister an email calling me a Nazi, of course, so the motive is clear. In my dad's case, the caller told police my dad was killing my entire family, requiring them to intervene with deadly force. This is nothing short of attempted murder. They wanted the police to kill my father. Unfortunately for the swatter, I will not stop, I will not shut up, and you will not win. If anything, my family is behind me even more than they were before because they just got a first-hand look at the forces I'm fighting with on a daily basis. Your hate fuels me, I'm over the target, as President Trump says, fight, fight, fight. And so here is an actual screenshot from the swatter. Your brother Nick Sorter. Why is your brother basically a Nazi? Is he just a dude who can't hack it in life, so he got a real estate license and now his personality is being a piece of ish? Do your parents not care? Or are they where he gets this insanity from? And there is a screenshot of his account on X. And people are getting pissed off, as they should. People are getting pissed off, as they should. This is literal domestic terrorism. And then today, Gunther Eagleman reported, the gloves are off. First off, my family is safe. My house was just swatted. Some ignorant FUCK called in a fake hostage situation. Fortunately, I have good relations with law enforcement, and extra patrols will be added. I don't tolerate threats and will find the culprit. This was their worst mistake. This will not stop me. I am more determined now than ever. So this is obviously escalating. And still no word from Pam Bondi or Kash Patel. And these are literal acts of domestic terrorism. Trying to get innocent people killed by the police. And there they are outside of Gunther Eagleman's house. We have one hell of a SWAT unit out here. Thankful for their commitment to ensuring safety and glad they quickly understood what happened. To whoever did this, you effed around. Now it's time to find out. So obviously, these swatters are discovering public information that may be public. They are clearly finding personal addresses. They are clearly finding personal emails of family members. And they are clearly finding personal information on people on X and calling in fake attacks or fake hostage situations and fake attempted murders of innocent people. And this is exactly how it works. Nick Sorter responded to somebody on social media saying, so if my dad would have been killed last night after this piece of ish swatted him, it would have been my fault simply because they don't like what I post. This is the logic of the radical left. This is what we're up against. These people are beyond sick. Yeah, man, told you, man. Been this way. It's been this way for a while. Been this way for a while. Apparently this person said on social media, so if your dad had died because of you, you wouldn't have taken any responsibility. You're asking for illegals to have their doors kicked in. When that friendly fire also happens to Americans who look like you, you're not a victim. You are the reason. Stop playing victim. And so obviously this is escalating, and we'll get to some more escalations in just a moment. But I will tell you right now, this is only going to get worse. This is only going to escalate unless arrests are made, charges are brought, and people are thrown in jail. If this is not a top priority to Kash Patel and the FBI, or Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, okay, the top cop of the United States of America, the top law enforcement officer in the United States of America, I guarantee you. And what I'm about to say is absolutely true. If Nick Sorter and Gunther Eagleman and Chase Geiser, okay, if all of these people that are getting swatted, okay, came out and said, I got swatted because I support Israel, I got swatted because I am an open Jew, I got swatted because of this, it would be immediate investigations. Pam Bondi would be all over Fox News. She'd be posting every 5 seconds. She would be all over it. All over it. And you know it. We gotta neutralize that anti-Semitism. No, but we don't get a damn word from Pam Bondi. With what's happening to Trump supporters and Americans right now. We don't get a damn word. No, we don't get a damn word because she's too busy fighting anti-Semitism on college campuses. And you know that is true. Oh, she would be on it immediately. Oh, there'd be White House press conferences. It would be the top priority. It would be all over the news. It would be amplified all over X times 1,000,000 than it already is right now. No. If Nick Sorter came out and said, I got targeted because I'm a tiny hat, oh my God, the whole force of the U.S. military, you know what I mean, would be deployed immediately. And that is the ugly, ridiculous truth. That is the ugly, ridiculous truth with what is happening right now. The ugly, ridiculous truth. And this is why I've been telling you guys, it's escalating. I don't know where this is going, but it's going somewhere. And it's not going in a good direction. And I will tell you right now, I don't know what the outcome will be. If a Trump supporter or their family gets murdered under his watch, under Pam Bondi's watch, under Kash Patel's watch, I don't know what the reaction will be. I really don't know. I don't know if this is not being pulled on purpose. Regardless, innocent people are involved. Their families, Nick's family has nothing to do with it. Gunther Eagleman's family has nothing to do with this. Chase Geiser's kids have nothing to do with this. And, you know, if this is not going to be a top priority of the administration, this is really going to piss people off in the base. Because if this is not taken seriously and it's not addressed immediately, we know that Congress is investigating it, but I have no faith in Congress to do anything, honestly. Mike Johnson, all these rhinos that hate Trump anyways to begin with, all these rhinos that honestly don't give a damn whether a Trump supporter lives or dies, probably think you're a domestic terrorist anyways and you deserve it. It's increasing. That's what I've been telling people. It's kind of a big deal right now, dude. It's kind of a big freaking deal. This is escalating and getting worse. And I don't know what the outcome is going to be here, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. And here's a couple of things. This is honestly where my thoughts have been, right? This is honestly where my thoughts have been. I mean, there are theories that they're being targeted because of the Ukrainian hit list. There are obviously amplifications of Democrats.
It's not good, my friends. Bro, shut your fucking mouth, man. Is it bad that my motherfucking
Claiming Elon to be Hitler and he's stealing from your Social Security. We have seen in the past few days an amplification of anti-American operatives attacking Tesla dealerships, infiltrating Trump Tower today in New York City.
fucking faggot works out and wonders why his muscles are
Probably all
fucking
of the
hurting?
above. There's coordinated
Faggot.
efforts of foreign operatives as well. It very well could be Ukrainian operatives, but it also could be more. You could have Antifa involved. You could just have simple
fag.
psychotic MK Ultra leftists on the ground
Hey,
as
Brock,
well,
when
being
did you become a
weaponized.
fag?
You can have
Huh?
FBI operations that are completely rogue right now that are involved because it hasn't been purged. The CIA is obviously still running this type of narrative on MSNBC right now as I speak, and CNN. Today, Maxine Waters was preaching saying that Donald Trump is trying to push for a civil war and expects violence.
Why your muscles hurt, dog? Oh, so then, like, what the fuck is the issue, dog?
There's something, and you gotta always remember from a spiritual perspective, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and spiritual hosts of wickedness. These heavenly places. And I told people that there was going to be some retaliation coming. There was going to be some severe retaliation coming. Right? And I will tell you, man, if any of you out there, I told my wife, I was talking to my family, you know, we've had these conversations before. This is stuff like this.
Why is there no fun in this world, dog?
For a while. You know, Antifa trying to hunt me, find me, they're looking for my family, threatening my family, my wife, this stuff, you know, it's crazy, right? But I will tell you, you end up in a swatting situation. If law enforcement is outside of your house and they're screaming, come out, you, as peacefully as possible, with all calmness, do not
you're gonna
show
break your
aggression.
record.
Do not show any type of aggression. Do not come out with a firearm. Don't do anything like that if you end up in a situation like that. Because that is what these swatters want. Because they know that the police will respond based off of what they were told on the 911 call. Because if someone calls 911 and is like, hey, that individual has this whole family hostage and is about to
Practicing
kill
right now,
all of
dude.
them.
Fucking do it.
And that's the intel they've been given as they come to your door and you come out all hostily and you come out with a firearm. That's how you get your head blown off. And that's how it's attempted murder. That's how it's murder, in my opinion. Straight up. Straight up. And that's what they do. Because it's an attempt of murder. It's an attempt to kill people. It's an attempt to neutralize the opposition. That's what the attempt is, clearly. And sometimes they're successful, unfortunately. sometimes they are successful. Unfortunately. And that's why this has to be dealt with. The Attorney General right now is not moving as quickly as she should. She doesn't really engage a lot on X, which she should be.
What are they gonna do to the Houthis?
She clearly only goes on Fox News and apparently thinks that that's the only mode of interacting with people.
Why the fuck are they even
right?
shooting ships again?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's incompetent at the same time. Totally incompetent. And as a result, somebody's going to get killed. I mean, what is it going to take, dude? Honestly. What is it going to take? What is it going to take for something to finally be done about this obvious coordinated attack for Trump supporters to be murdered? Is it going to take it for actually happen? Is that what it's going to take?
Because I always wanted to become a Houthi rebel ever since I was like 6 years old.
That's not going to be a good look on Trump himself. Trump is accomplishing a lot of great things right now, that is for sure. The Epstein files release was totally botched, retarded, and an embarrassment. The mass deportations are not happening.
Wait, you said it in a serious way?
They're not.
I feel like he would say that in a joking way, if I remember him.
As of right now, the amount of deportations that have happened, if that number continues and remains steady for the next 4 years, Trump will only deport 1 million illegal aliens. That's it. And the country's
I don't know, dude. I once convinced the kid that a black guy killed MLK.
And so I believe this is a reflection on President Trump, and I don't know if this is designed to do that.
Probably like grade 2.
I don't know if this is a clear psyop. It's actually happening, but I don't know if this is designed at the same time to turn Trump's base against him because of the inaction. The inaction of Pam Bondi, the inaction of Kash Patel, that is clearly taking place right now. This is clearly not a top priority, and it's a reflection on Trump himself. And so I'm not quite too sure, how that ends, honestly. Like, I just see exactly where this is going. It's very similar to what happened in 2020. It's very similar to what happened when Trump became president the first time and led to 2020. That was all setting the stage for what happened in 2020. The justification of burning the country down. Okay?
So too many.
This is what all led to the assassination
fucked
of Donald
up
Trump.
things.
The justification of murdering Donald Trump. He's Hitler. He's a threat. He's a threat to democracy. He's a threat to all of us. And these people, via their actions and their rhetoric at the same time, they want to accomplish that. You think you keep seeing all these videos that Libs of TikTok keeps posting of these, which, she's not wrong by doing, but I'm just, trying to get people to understand what they're seeing. It's video after video after video of someone calling for the assassination of Elon Musk, calling for the assassination of Donald Trump. If they cannot get to those two, if they cannot get to their cabinet, they will get to you.
Calling for the assassination
to those in the media. They will get to Trump supporters that are very high profile, and they'll go after their families. Because we don't have like $10,000 an hour security detail, okay? I know you don't. I know I don't. And so that's where they're going to go next, and that will be a serious reflection on Trump and his leadership. A serious, bad reflection on this administration. You not understand how horrible this will be if something like this happens? And honestly, if people do point the finger at Trump, point the finger at the administration, if tomorrow we wake up and we hear some, God forbid, some unfortunate news of some high-profile Trump supporter's family got their head blown off because they got swatted and didn't understand what was happening, under Donald Trump's watch, dude? I don't know, man. This is not looking good. And that's why I've been really hitting on this aggressively these past few days, saying, hey, Scott, this has to be dealt with, dude. This has to be dealt with. It's got to be dealt with, and it's got to be dealt with swiftly and aggressively. Swiftly and aggressively, because if this continues, you let these criminals continue,
in Red
you let
Dead,
these
you got
people
to
think
the-
they can continue to
you
get
got to
away
the
with
green
this,
place
they
where-
will, and they won't stop. Yes, we know the left is psycho. Yes, we know the left is crazy. Yes, we know the Uniparty is a death cult. Yes, we know that they tried to kill Trump. Yes, we know that they want to kill Elon Musk. Yes, we know that. So when they're actually doing
doesn't get better from
can
there, dude.
something happen? Can something happen? Can we get an arrest?
Did you
at the
start
least?
exploring?
And arrests mean nothing, by the way. Arrests mean nothing if there are no serious charges that stick. Can we get something? Can we at least get an announcement or something from Pam Bondi or Kash Patel?
Nice.
All I'm saying, man,
Dude, why is everything with
this
PC
is not
so
heading
gay?
in a good direction at all. And I love Trump. I want him to succeed. This is horrible. This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. It's like when you really think about it, it's like, dude, your own people are being targeted by domestic terrorists. They're trying to kill your people. The very people that not only voted for you, but supported you, put their lives on the line for you. This has to be a high priority. By tomorrow. Should have been yesterday. But if Donald Trump and Pam Bondi are meeting tomorrow, I expect to hear we are fully investigating this. We will get down to the bottom of this. This is not going to be tolerated in our country. And to Trump's credit, he said in front of the White House, we are going to designate these people domestic terrorists, right? Because innocent people's lives are clearly on the line right now. Clearly on the line right now. Let me show you some more examples of how this is clearly escalating with some intel here. Alex Jones reported yesterday that General Flynn called to warn him that high-level sources say there's a contract out on Alex Jones, and it's tied to Ukrainians. InfoWars founder and legendary talk show host Alex Jones and my friend made an alarming announcement revealing that he received a dire warning from former National Security Advisor General Michael Flynn about an alleged assassination plot tied to Ukrainian interests. Alex Jones explained in his urgent video message that former National Security Advisor General Michael
Dog,
Flynn
I got something fucked up to
contact
tell you,
early
man.
Tuesday morning to convey critical intelligence. Alex said he initially missed Flynn's call,
pretty
but learned
serious,
shortly
dude.
thereafter from his producer that Flynn had urgent and alarming news from his high-level intelligence.
I just
contacts.
found out there's
Alex
no
Jones reported
French
that this
toast
threat
crunch, dude.
originates from an international intelligence network, explicitly accusing British intelligence MI6 and NATO allies of orchestrating covert operations through Ukrainian
Yeah, it
channels.
fucking
He
sucks,
connected
dude.
these threats to recent allegations involving attempts against former President Donald Trump.
I
at
nearly fucking killed
Mar-a-Lago,
everybody in the
and I think
house when I found
we have
that
the
out.
video report right here, in case you missed it.
All right. General Flynn tried to call me this morning while I was working out, and I missed his call, but he called my producer and said the same thing. Former head of the Defense Intelligence Agency. He said from his high-level intel sources, there is a contract out on me.
Yeah, I think somebody's calling you,
to
dog.
the Ukrainians. But this is just emblematic of how desperate they are. That's NATO through the Ukrainians. Don't forget that it was a NATO operative from America, CIA, 6 cell phones we talked about last Looking worse and worse. Send a message to everybody that came. This is secure intimidation, this is terrorism, and it's all they got left. So, fight for America in the future. Like I said, I mentioned a little on the area contact you said, hey, say that you heard that from us, I said, no, I got no issues. Coming down,
No, dude, I'm just literally like trying to like crack my back. The fucking Avros is a piece of shit, dude.
the teams were here for sure for him. They stopped him twice. You know, and they got other crazies they wanted to. And if I told you what happened last night, not just this morning.
What time you wake up?
She's got stuff coming in. I'm probably going to go ahead and cover it like but the left.
Very, very, very nice.
They're much pedophile.
Very nice.
We're winning.
Who woke you up?
They don't know what to do. They think intimidating's going to work. Well, how's it worked out for you so far? I'm not scared at all. I'm scared not
That's real good. And are you satisfied with that time? So, you won't stop us one way or another. You're going down, globalist. You're going down, New World Order. So, keep running your games, your intimidation. See how it worked out for you. We got God on our side, you Satan worshippers, you fucking pedophiles. Fuck you.
Only Alex, dude. Only Alex. Only Alex. It just like comes out of nowhere, you know? It just comes out of nowhere. But he's pissed, as we all should be pissed. Right? As we all should be pissed. But the only unfortunate thing is that innocent people do get caught up in all of this. Right? When you think about Nick Sorter's family or Gunther Eagleman's family, you think about these innocent casualties that have nothing to do with this, that obviously get caught in the crosshairs.
Might cut out.
But this is no surprise to me because we all knew that these retaliations were coming. That's why I told you guys to get ready for it.
Okay, she did what now?
Because if they're already trying to kill Trump, they're already trying to kill Elon Musk.
I didn't.
They're going to go after the independent media that they cannot control. Right? First, if they cannot censor you, if they cannot
Did you do what I told you to do?
If they cannot suppress your voice, fear,
grab the lightest weight,
intimidation,
stand in front of her, longest her view of the mirror, and do the longest set.
Shut you down. Okay, by suppressing your speech or your voice, they come for your life. That is 100% true. It's a death cult. Steal, kill, destroy. That's what these authoritarian Satanists do. If they cannot shut your voice down, they will shut your life down. So you got to be ready for it. This is why I tell you guys. This is why I am so aggressive on my shows. Because you're not dealing with people that have a political difference than you. You are not dealing with people that want to agree to disagree. Okay, you are not dealing with people that want to come to the table and have a conversation so we can look civil again. Okay, this is why conservatives and retards that can't handle hearing the word retard and that want to be politically correct on the right wing need to be ejected. Because people like that are not ready for this. They are not ready for this part of the war. You are not ready. These people want to kill you. They want to kill you. They want to destroy you and your family. They want to swat your house so that your children and your family get their heads blown off, okay? That's who you're dealing with here. All right, cucks? People that can't handle the word retard, all right? That's why I've been telling people for years. Get off of that crap. Get away from that. Enough with trying to be the better and the bigger person. No, these people are going to kill you in the process. All right? And you got to be on your defense. You got to be on self-defense. You got to be awake, head on a swivel. You got to be completely eyes wide open no matter what. You are dealing with satanic operatives that are ready to assassinate you. Okay? They are ready to assassinate you on call. All right? That is who you are dealing with. That's why this is why I've been this way. I've always been this way on the air because of this. Right? Especially when I started dealing with Antifa, undercover.
To sweat.
We are checking. We are checking that. Okay, we are checking. Copy. We'll check that. Copy. We will check that. We are just checking. Okay, copy. Check. If not, I let it fly, but I don't know. Check. We are checking.
Seeing how destructive and how they're ready to kill people. Okay. After the Rittenhouse trial, I'm getting all kinds of death threats. Me, my family, these people are to this day. This is why I tell you guys, I can't go places anymore because of this stuff. Think I'm kidding? You know, I'm not afraid of these people, and you gotta be real careful with how you go about things now. It is a real death cult. We don't live in fear, but we also do not live without wisdom. And so you gotta calculate how you go about things. But again, I'll reiterate, this is exactly this is the real deal. And I told you guys there's going to be some severe retaliation. This is just the beginning. You know, it's easy to predict that there will be sabotage within the federal government to try to thwart Trump. But I'm talking, you know, when I told you guys there's going to be false flags coming, there's going to be probably more bioweapons coming, there's probably going to be a lot more operatives launched from foreign intelligence agencies as well to try to assassinate very high-profile, effective Trump supporters, independent media figures, because if they cannot suppress you or silence you or bankrupt you, they're going to kill you. They're going to kill you. Because that's the kill shot. And they don't care what the consequences are. And this is why the mainstream media is in full unison. Okay? The mainstream media is in full unison, propping up that everybody's a Hitler, Nazi, white supremacist, domestic terrorist, a threat to democracy, okay? All of that is pre-programming, and that is grooming the masses to accept that when they see one of these people get taken out, neutralized, and killed in public, it's justified. And this is what I'm saying. If Pam Bondi doesn't understand this, if Kash Patel does not understand this, they got to get out of the way. Because innocent people are going to be taken out as a result. They're going to be taken out as... I don't care about renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. I don't care about that, okay? Yeah, that's cool. Cool. Base. Give me a little base, viral pulse. Oh, base, nuclear bomb. Oh, yeah, that's great. You know, it's like, oh, let's get our viral little MAGA post going on. Oh, by the way, Trump supporters and their families are being targeted. Innocent children, innocent family members, grandfathers, fathers. That should be the priority right now, especially after botching the Epstein Files release. They're mocking us at this point, you know? It's almost like a mock.
What is a fucking
But we need some action. We need some action, we need some reaction, and we need some justice. And any retard out there like, Drew, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. How much time, huh? 4 years? And then Trump's done? How much time, dude? How much time? We don't got time, dude. Innocent Trump supporters and their family members don't have time, dude. They don't have time. Okay? Some little girl gets killed because some psycho domestic terrorist out there swats a Trump supporter's family. Wow, where was her time, dude? Huh, dude? It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time, Drew. It's gonna take time. Getting, dude. Look at this. Look how bold these people are getting. And this is what I'm talking about. The more this goes on, dude, right? These people are getting more bold. They are getting more bold because nothing is happening. They are getting more bold, just like AOC called Tom Homan's bluff. Literally cited laws saying she's breaking. Nothing's happened to AOC. She's actually announced a rally tour. Yeah, and she goes on podcasts and she says, well, what's the DOJ going to do to me? Not a good look. And by doing so, she's signaling to her entire base of psychopath, unhinged leftists that, yeah, nothing's going to happen under this administration. Carry on. Actually, call their bluff and get more extreme. Until mass arrests start and serious charges start getting dropped, I don't think anything's going to change. I think it's going to get worse. I think these people are going to feel emboldened, and I think they're going to feel more bold. I had a sneeze. Sorry. They're going to feel emboldened to continue to challenge the authority of the Trump administration. And this guy clearly represents that as well. And I think as we get closer to the summer of 2025, it just feels like something's coming. I don't know what it is, guys, but I feel it just feels like something's coming. Something's brewing. Something is brewing. For sure. For sure. And so many are questioning this dude. He obviously should be deported. It shouldn't even be here. Mouthing off like he's some kind of tough guy. Is this the same video? It's a different one. Okay. Speaking of New York. New York PD arrest agitators occupying Trump Tower over Mahmoud Khalil deportation, war in Gaza. Left-wing activists flooded into Trump Tower in New York on Thursday, occupying the building in protest of the arrest of Mahmoud Khalil by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, who has been slated for deportation over his major involvement in anti-Israel protests at Columbia University. NYPD was seen moving in to arrest the agitators. The group, Jewish Voice for Peace, was heard chanting, "Bring Mahmoud home now," and wrote on X, "Hundreds of U.S. Jews and friends are taking over the Trump Tower to say, 'Come for one, face us all.'" Agitators sported signs that read, "Free Mahmoud, free Palestine. You can't deport a movement and fight Nazis, not students." It's really hard to tell whether or not these are actually, Jews in a Jewish organization in defense of this dude, right? But I think we got some footage. Let's take a look at the footage. Damn.
Captain Nicholas, thanks for coming on. You know, we've been watching these protests on behalf of Mahmoud Khalil play out, and now within reaching of Trump Tower in Midtown Manhattan. You know, it's a very small group of people that they're speaking to. Most of the country doesn't want this guy here, doesn't want him to terrorist organization.
They just happen to be very loud. This is, of course, something that we learned over the past 4 years. It's a small number of people making an excessive amount of noise to get this kind of attention. Mahmoud Khalil, as the investigation is unfolding, we know that he was a spokesperson and a leader of these campus-wide chaos protests that happened last year, and that he was, I think, involved recently with, according to Caroline Leavitt in the White House, the distribution of pamphlets that were discussing the pro-Palestinian position in the war in Gaza right now in supply. But yeah, I mean, this is a guy who came here in December 2023, got a green card rather quickly, finished his graduate degree at Columbia University in just a year, and has been living in student housing and is now being looked into.
Yo, dog, you need to drink your energy drinks, dog. You gotta break some records, right? You gotta drink that fucking Monster Energy, dog. Or is it rain?
Historically, in situations like this, the courts tend to defer to the federal government. These student visas, they are issued, you know, from the State Department. They are a guest in the country, as you indicated. They are here, you know, to enjoy.
Yeah, what you know? How do you know what piss tastes like, huh? Damn.
All right,
dude.
yeah. So, sorry about that, guys. Today was a really windy day.
What does piss smell like?
Just kind of hit me. So I'm good.
What does piss smell like?
So apparently this self-proclaimed
Nice,
Jewish group infiltrated Trump Tower. Maybe that's how they got in, honestly. Maybe that's how they got in, because I honestly do not understand how this many people, there was like over 50 people that breached Trump Tower today, which is insane to me. How does this many people get inside?
Sometimes it smells like
How does this many people get inside
Cheerios.
Trump Tower in Manhattan with that many cops?
I don't know
Is it
why.
the t-shirts?
I don't know if I'm eating too much cereal or.
Is it they all just
Maybe.
pretend to be Jews? Is that how they get in?
It's just what comes to mind.
Is that how they get in? They're like, I'm Jewish.
Fucking
Oh, come
taste
right on
pits.
in. Right? Like, are they actually Jewish? That is so wild, dude. That is so wild, dude. That's all you gotta do is just claim to be Jewish. You get instant access. God knows if that's really the organization, but what's wild here is how they got in so easily. Maybe that's how they got in so easily. You just pull up, knock on the door. Oy vey, I'm Jewish, let me in. I love Trump. I love Trump, oy vey, yes. We love Donald Trump. We're going after anti-Semitism. We're gonna destroy everybody. We're gonna destroy them all. All those Christians that say that Jesus Christ is king. Oy vey, we're gonna put a stop to that too. Let me in. I love Trump. We love Donald Trump. Maybe. How do you get it? How the hell do you get into Trump Tower, dude, so easily? That many people. Oh, that's probably what happened, honestly. That's probably what happened. Honestly, I don't know if that's an actual, like, Jewish group, you know? I don't know. I don't know. It could just be like a bunch of obvious pro-Palestinian operatives and leftists that just threw the t-shirts on. And we're like, well, this is how we'll get in. They won't stop us. They'll probably just let us into the White House like that, you know? We could probably just get into the White House. Easy, easy. Throw on a tiny hat, throw on a t-shirt that says, hey, I'm Jewish. You're good. They won't say no to you because you'll just accuse them of being an anti-Semite. And you know they ain't going to do that. You know, they ain't going to do that. But what's interesting here is, again, I'll reiterate, is how so easily Trump Tower is being breached. And this is what I'm talking about. Clearly, people are being let in. This is one of the most secured buildings in New York City. The Trump properties around the entire world, you would assume, are some of the most secure
This looks pretty fucking sick. Yo, dog.
Locations on planet Earth right now for obvious reasons, especially after what happened on J13.
Fuck is the
And the
matter
big
with
question
you,
is,
dog?
how is this happening? Now, honestly, I'm being completely honest. Like, maybe that's how it happened. Like, they just, oh my God, they just, we are God's, we are God's chosen people. You gotta let us in, or else you.
You can play it if you want. I don't give a shit. Good.
You're gonna be anti-Semite of the week. We're God's chosen people. You gotta let us in. You gotta let
We
us
must evolve.
in. You know? Like, all right, we gotta let them in. We gotta let them
Become
in.
the
We can't
supreme
look like the bad
being.
guys here. Okay, someone
You got
is
hiccups,
allowing this to
fucking
happen.
faggot?
And there's a traitor on the payroll that needs to be dealt with. Or someone that is a Zionist and retarded probably saw the T-shirts and they said, "Well, we are Jewish Voice for Peace. You got to let us in. You can't.
All right,
You
now,
can't
so the
turn.
black
You
str-
can't
oh,
turn a Jew away because if you criticize us or ignore us,
Are
you're an
you skipping through
anti-Semite."
shit?
And they probably said, "Oh, come right on in. Yeah, God's
I can see
chosen
the
people.
title
Come
screen
on,
right now.
let us worship you today in Trump Tower. Come on in. Come on in." It's either one or the other. I don't know which one it was, but it doesn't make sense to me how these people, that many people, dude. Look at that. That is a large group of people that just made their way into Trump Tower like
You know
it
what
was
I'm
nothing.
fucking talking about, dog?
So wild.
Yeah, dude. I must have gone insane.
Oh man. But here were some of these psychopaths outside in New York today targeting drivers on the street in New York City, literally spitting on their cars and threatening them.
Fuck you! Fuck you! You fucking dumb bitch! Fuck you! Fuck you! You fucking dumb bitch!
Oh.
You stupid hoe!
Open your window, dummy! Open your window, now you scared!
Yo, the ball.
You dumb bitch! Fuck you! Fuck you! You fucking dumb bitch! Fuck you! Fuck you! You fucking dumb bitch! You stupid hoe!
Open your window, dummy!
Why these
You got this all wrong, you goddamn.
people are not being deported? I have no idea. Like, if you are a serious Hamas supporter, you need to get the hell out of the country. And if you have a hard-on for Israel, you need to get the hell out of the country. Just go to the Middle East, okay? Just go live in the trashy Middle East. Get the hell out of here, dude.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
I ain't playing now.
You fucking dumb bitch! Fuck you! Fuck you!
What is that in her car? Is that a cross? Can't see it. Looks like a cross. You guys see this right here? Is that a cross? This might be a Christian woman or a Catholic woman. I don't know if you guys can see it. I can't really see it. I'm trying to get a good shot of that. See that right there? What is
This
that?
game's such a piece of shit, dude.
Right there. Is that a cross? Right here. You see this right here?
Game's
Like right
such
here.
a
I think this is
fucking
the
piece of
cross.
shit.
Is this Jesus carrying the cross? I just can't tell. It looks weird because of the reflection. I just see a cross right here. I don't know what this is right here. But this looks like a cross to me right here. Yeah, this might be a Christian or a Catholic woman right here driving in this car. I can't zoom. This is on X. I can't zoom on this right now. If you take a screenshot of this right now, and then zoom on it. I can't really tell what this is.
Hey, Arthur.
I'll have to look at that later. Is it Jesus on a cross or is it Jesus holding a cross? Oh no, you will never catch a Jewish person with a cross. Heck no, dude. No way. No way. You will never see that. Nope. You will never see that, that's for sure. I can't see. It's like a weird. Anyways, I mean that makes it because she keeps grabbing it.
Nowhere?
You fucking dumb bitch! Fuck you! Fuck you! You fucking dumb bitch!
On to.
You stupid hoe!
Oh my God! Is it a Star of David?
You fucking stupid hoe!
It is. It's not a cross. It's not a cross. But you know, again, man, this is what I've been saying for years. Is this damn holy war between these people, right? Like, this should not be on American streets, honestly. It should not be on American streets. I'm getting real sick and tired of this conflict that's going down, obviously, between Israel and Gaza, Palestinians and Jews. I'm sick of this crap pouring out here into the United States of America. Because this type of stuff should not be taking place. And obviously, these people need to be dealt with because if not, they go after everybody. And let me make this clear too, as well. Muslims are not your friends. Okay, Muslims are not your friends either.
Just killing fucking innocent
Just like the
people.
Jews, they don't worship Jesus Christ. The Bible designates them an enemy to the cross. The Judaizers, you want to get real theological about it? Who do you think the apostle? Who do you think they're talking about in the Bible when they say the enemies of the cross? Particularly, they're talking about the Judaizers.
Ain't so foolish.
But also, Muslims are not your friends either. They might have some moral beliefs, but when it comes to a theological, doctrinal stance on deity, on who God
Damn,
is,
dude, you having fun
there's a
with
complete
this piece of
difference
shit?
there, and you get killed over that. You get killed over standing on Christ Jesus is King and Christ Jesus
having
is
fun going
Lord
10
God,
miles
is
per
God in
hour?
human flesh.
Look out!
Muslims will be like, oh yeah, Jesus, you know, he's a prophet. He's a prophet. But you go to Iran right now and you start running around saying Jesus Christ is God, something really bad's gonna happen here.
All right, start. Just hold it
Really
and run
bad
with
is
the
gonna
horse.
happen here. The Talmud is satanic, the Quran is satanic, they're
Look
doctrines
back.
of demons. That's what it is. That's what it is. The one true faith is the Christian faith, period. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through me, by me.
Nice.
That is for sure. I'm a
No,
Christian.
he's
dude.
drowning.
Not a liberal.
He's fucking dead,
I'm a
dude.
Christian, not a liberal. But there is an obvious increase that you are seeing
You
on
gotta
the
go around
streets
killing
more and
people with
more.
knives,
As
you
I
know?
said earlier, I think as we get closer to the summer,
It's
I
the only
believe this is
way,
only
dog.
going to get worse. I believe this is only going to get worse. Here is some footage that resurfaced of the Palestinian extremist Mahmoud Khalil saying the armed terrorist attacks by Palestinian militants are legitimate. This was in... Oh, this was March 2025. This is still pretty recent. Take a look at this.
Tear you apart! Easy now, boy.
Can't even hear it. We'll move on. We'll move on. But again, this rise in political violence in the West is coming
Because
on all
it's a
fronts,
fucking
from all
piece of
fronts.
shit game, dude. I'm
And
telling you.
also, at the end of the day, it is abundantly clear that the targets here are Trump supporters. And unless you got a tiny hat, no one's going to say anything or do anything quickly about it in the Trump administration, which is a disgrace. An absolute disgrace. But I do see this escalating on a daily basis, and it is not a good thing. It is not a good thing. We've been covering this for the past few days, and it definitely is escalating. Man sets himself on fire at South Carolina Tesla charging stations while trying to torch them with Molotov cocktails. A masked man attempted to burn down 3 Tesla charging stations in Charleston, South Carolina, but set himself on fire in the process. The Trump-hating criminal also spray-painted an expletive directed at the president and then wrote, "Long live Ukraine." I think he said F Trump. According to the Post and Courier, a masked man in Charleston, South Carolina, spray-painted expletive, I think it's F Trump, and Trump, long live, F Trump, long live Ukraine, near a number of Tesla charging stations, and then attempted to burn the charging stations, only to set himself on fire in the process. Witnesses saw him flee the scene and run behind nearby hotels. He has not yet been identified. He hurled Molotov cocktails at his charging ports. This is the real deal, dude. which are located near 4855 Tanger Outlet Boulevard. The damage he caused to the charging stations was estimated at $60,000. Witnesses began to dial 911. However, the man fled, running past a Zaxby's location as he went in the direction of
get out of here.
the hotel nearby.
Go on and get the hell out of here. I'll happily.
Look how much time it took you to open a little fucking box and take something, dude. You see what I'm talking about, dude? This game just fucking makes a chore out of everything, man. Fucking rugged piece of shit molasses fucking feeling piece of crap, dude. It's a piece of fucking shit, man. But
Violent attacks on Tesla dealerships,
no witnesses.
many of them backed by left-wing organizations per Elon Musk, have happened in many states in opposition to President Donald Trump and Doge, head of Musk, as the tech entrepreneur has been highlighting and cutting government waste. Attacks have been happening around Oregon, Colorado, New York, California, Massachusetts, and South Carolina. 7 Tesla charging stations were set on fire earlier this month.
Game.
In Boston, in a show of violent... What's a violent protest, you know? Who wrote this?
Have you encountered a guy
7
who's
Tesla
like
charging
crushed under
stations
his
were
horse,
set on fire earlier this
asking
month
for
in
help yet?
Boston in a show of domestic terrorism against Elon Musk. That's how it should be written. The founder of the electric car company has said there are 5 actively funded organizations that are linked to the various protests against the car company.
Nice dude.
A post earlier this month, Elon Musk identified the groups as the Troublemakers, Disruption Project, Rise and Resist, Indivisible Project, and as well as the Democrat Socialists of America. He also identified major donors to the groups through Act Blue, namely George Soros, Reid Hoffman, Herbert Sandler, Patricia Baumann, and Leah Hunt Hendricks. So again, every time you see these organizations that are clearly coordinated across the United States of America, they are being funded, yes, by George Soros through his proxy organizations, but also through the federal government that funnels all through these organizations, such as Troublemakers, Disruption Project, Rise and Resist, Indivisible Project, the Democrat Socialists of America via Act Blue, in the name of funding political organizations, which is covered by the First Amendment.
Concussion, if not death, right there.
So as the money is now being cut off, there is clearly
dude, I guess it's illegal
retaliation, but also
to
because
jump
we're
on top of
seeing
a
Elon
train,
Musk and
dog.
Doge uncover all of this criminality. These are cartel tactics. These are mafia tactics.
Damn, dude.
How do you send a message to someone that is threatening your criminal enterprise? Well, you either threaten to murder them or you actually murder them.
Right in the
And we
middle
all
of a
know this
fucking
has been
tunnel.
happening to Trump, his family, Elon Musk, but it's pouring out over to Trump's supporters. Now, we know Trump supporters have
Yeah, you
been
can take
murdered
control of the
before
train, right?
by domestic terrorists. We saw this in 2020, right? But now it's definitely escalating, and that's why there is a clear connection between this domestic terrorism targeting Tesla, Tesla dealerships, and Tesla automobiles themselves,
You know,
and Trump supporters,
this game
members of the media
is
getting
a
swatted
fucking
at the
piece
same
of
time.
shit.
What's the connection? It is a coordinated attack on Trump supporters. If they cannot get to Trump, if they cannot get to Elon Musk, they will go after the supporters. And the fact that there is no consequence as a result is just, one, absolutely unacceptable, but two, it's emboldening these criminals. Because they know this can continue going on and on and on. And now we are also seeing in South Carolina that these Tesla charging stations are being targeted with Molotov cocktails. And you can sit here and you can roast this and say this guy roasted himself and he's an idiot for setting himself on fire, but what happens when an innocent little kid gets caught in the crossfire? What happens when an innocent person that has nothing to do with this loses their life in the process? Well, it's going to become problematic. People are going to blame Donald Trump. That's where I see this going. And it's not good. It's not good at all. And as we talked about the other night, that this is a clear act of intimidation against Elon Musk and Tesla. Not only the car company and the car company CEO or the employees, but it's also an intimidation against Americans for supporting the car company. Which is why Donald Trump and Elon Musk appeared in front of the White House so President Trump can purchase a new Tesla. Just to send a message so Tesla stocks go up and sales go up. And that's what happened. That's what happened. A lot of influencers on X, they echoed that support for Tesla. So it is an act of defiance against intimidation and criminality and domestic terrorism. Right? So the real question is, right? The real question is, what will be done? What will be done? And how much longer is this going to be tolerated? What will be done and how much will this be tolerated any longer? And we know that Pam Bondi and President Trump, I believe, are meeting tomorrow. And we'll see if we get any more further updates or action on this. But again, I will reiterate that it is abundantly clear that as the days go by, the threats towards American lives, and it, you know, it's not even just threats. It's one thing to send death threats, but it's another thing when you are sending SWAT kill squads to your political opponent's house in hopes that those in the household respond incorrectly in a hostile manner or an aggressive manner and get themselves killed. That's what these people want. That's exactly what these people want, and you know what? They're gonna get it if something is not done. Because if you tolerate any acts of domestic terrorism, especially under the Trump administration, when we actually have our guys in there and nothing is happening, it's going to get worse. And I'm not saying this because, oh, it's a hot take, Drew. Yeah, that's right. I agree. No, dude. I hope what I'm saying is innocent people are going to die. You right? That's where this goes. And so we need Kash Patel and we need Pam Bondi to move on this quickly. We need Kash Patel and we need Pam Bondi to move on this quickly because this keeps happening. There are more Trump supporters that keep getting swatted, and it's only a matter of time before an innocent person gets killed. It's only a matter of time. before an innocent person gets killed. It's horrible, right? I mean, but no, this shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody. We don't live in fear. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind, correct? And we live in boldness, but we don't live without wisdom or recklessly, right? We do not live without wisdom or recklessly. And so as we proceed further, this is why I told you guys, right when we won the election, right when we, got Trump inaugurated and it was moving forward, right when we had some of his appointees getting confirmed, I was telling you guys to get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready before all of this starts coming out. Trump's got to be ready. The administration's got to be ready. I don't know Pam Bondi. I have no idea who this lady is, honestly. But I don't know if she's incompetent. I don't know if she's in on it. But as the Attorney General of the United States, she's seriously dropping the ball on this. And she needs to just resign, get the hell out of the way, so we can get somebody in there that can get this job done. Because every day that goes by, we're getting closer and closer to some horrific tragedy going down. Some horrific tragedy going down. And you know what? I don't want to hear. I will not accept. I will not accept the administration coming out and saying, this is such a tragedy. Look how violent the Democrats are getting. Political violence will not be accepted in this administration. Dude, that's what I would expect from the Biden administration. Not the Trump administration, not the second Trump administration. But I think this is a result of Pam Bondi and Kash Patel. We had high hopes, man. It's not looking good. It's really not. Oh, and by the way, still no Epstein files. Still no Epstein files. Still no JFK files. Still no RFK files. Still.
Put that gun away.
Touched you. Damn it.
Take care now.
Okay then, partner. Hold still.
Come on.
Still none. And I hate to have to sound like this, guys, but bro, you make these big promises, we're gonna hold you accountable to it. We're going to hold you accountable to it. This is absolutely unacceptable for a Trump administration. Absolutely unacceptable. And these acts of domestic terrorism are increasing daily. And we have not even gotten to the summer yet. We have not even gotten to the summer yet. Trump is entering into his first summer in just a couple months of his second term. And we'll see. We'll see what's coming, man. We'll see what's coming, especially because Trump's tariffs are kicking in. And we know the last time that Trump was succeeding economically for the country, they launched the bioweapon from Wuhan. And they waited about 4 years. They waited about 4 years to launch that op. But I don't see them waiting that long this time around. I don't see it. I think they want to move on this quickly and immediately. I think they want to move on Trump quickly and immediately. I don't think they want to waste any more time. But that's the nature of criminality, right? That's the nature of criminality, right? Is if you do not deal with it quickly, the criminals get emboldened. They get more confident. And then they get more, I would say, encouraged to expand what they're doing. Right? What I mean by that is, you know, if you don't address this fast, you don't address this quickly, you're gonna have some serious problems. And before you know it, you're gonna have a domestic terrorist situation on your hands under your watch, and you can blame it on the left. You can blame it on the radical Democrats. You can blame it on them, which we all should. But it's happening under your watch. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Not a good look. It almost feels like deja vu, doesn't it? Weird. Really weird. It's very strange. And like I said, I want the president to succeed. I want the administration to succeed. That's what I want, because I want the country to succeed. But I am also not going to sit here and be some kind of, you know, shill, because I don't want to be uninvited from the White House. I don't want to be blacklisted at Mar-a-Lago. Oh my God, I'm going to lose all these opportunities. No, I'm going to speak the truth, because the truth can save lives. And especially in this situation, I'm not afraid to criticize the administration, especially Pam Bondi, okay? When there are innocent lives at stake.
What would you give this game out of 10?
Innocent lives at stake.
Yeah.
Straight up. So we got to speak the truth, and I'm telling you, man, like it's already ugly. It's going to continue to get ugly, and I need to see some movement quick. I think we all need to see this movement quickly. We need deep state arrests. Domestic terrorists are targeting Trump supporters, and we're not getting much from Kash Patel or Pam Bondi. She's got to be some type of establishment plant, honestly. She's got to be. Because she's making Trump's second administration look horrible.
What's with you?
And it is not a good look. It is not a good look. Okay, we are going to continue with our coverage. We got about we got about another 2.5 hours to go. We got a lot of intel to cover. A lot of intel to cover.
Why are you killing horses, dog?
As I always tell you guys, we are 100% independent. 100%
go shoot somebody in the head with that
independent.
thing.
100% independent. And when we get some sponsors that come in and support the show, I want to make sure that you guys are showing them some love. And tonight's episode is also brought to you by the CBDistillery.com. The CBDistillery.com. And I want to invite you guys to check them out. They got a really good sale going on right now. If you guys are interested, there is a VIP sale on right now for a few days only. You can save up to 50% on everything with code RUMBLE. Save 50% on everything with code RUMBLE. All right, guys. Personally, my favorite product, I'm not a big fan of THC, but I do believe that hemp, when used in the right context, for medicinal purposes to make someone feel better is definitely appropriate, not abused. And my favorite product, I've actually tried this out, is their distilled CBD relief stick for targeted relief. It's 1,000 milligrams isolate CBD relief stick. I encourage you guys to give it a shot. It helps with pain. It helps with cramps. It helps with temporary relief if you got some pain in your knee or your back when you're trying to go to the gym. And it really does about it. It also has menthol in it as well, but I'm not a big fan of THC. They also have a THC one, but I'm not a really big fan of that because I don't like the way it makes me feel. So the Isolate 0% THC CBD topicals here with their 1,000 milligram product Isolate CBD relief stick definitely worked for me. It definitely worked for me, and I don't like that feeling of feeling high or anything like that, so I prefer the product without the THC, and it definitely helps with pain relief for your joints, or you got a bad back, for a temporary relief if you go and work out. Go give it a shot. Go give it a shot. It's directly onto the skin. It's a topical, and it works quite literally within seconds. Quite literally within seconds. Now is your chance to partake in the VIP sale right now. Save big with code RUMBLE. Just the word RUMBLE. R-U-M-B-L-E. This deal will not be around long, so do not wait. Okay, visit cbdistillery.com and enter code RUMBLE to save up to 50% on everything. That's cbdistillery.com and enter code RUMBLE to save up to 50% on everything. That's
Nice, dude.
Distillery.com, code RUMBLE. cbdistillery.com, code RUMBLE. Not available in Idaho, Ohio, or South Dakota. Just wanted to make sure that that was clear. The link is in the description below. The link is violent. It is not protest to trespass private property.
But then you also overnight have this post claiming that protests at Tesla dealerships are illegal. He said today he would label violence against dealerships domestic terrorism. And you know I am judicious in how I play this sound, but I think you need to hear it from him.
Chris talks about some of the violence that's been going on around the country at dealerships. Some say they should be labeled domestic terrorists.
I will do that. I'll do it. I'm going to stop them. We catch anybody doing it because they're harming a great American company. Let me tell you, you do it to Tesla and you do it to any company, we're going to catch you and you're going to go through hell.
So just to be clear, you protest a private company, you are labeled by this administration a domestic terrorist.
They're doing it again, dude. They're doing it again. Not only is that wrong and inaccurate, it's a twisting of the truth. Because number one, trespassing a car dealership and walking in and waving a bunch of signs and screaming and hollering, that's not a protest. That's a criminal act of trespass. You're not allowed to do that. Okay? You are not allowed to do that. You can't just walk up into anybody's house and cite the First Amendment that you're here to protest. Free speech. No, that's not how it works. And you can't do that in a private business. That's not how it works. Okay? That's unlawful. That is unlawful. And so obviously these are actual attempts of violence. Molotov cocktails. You have these LGBTQ homosexual freaks showing up to Tesla dealerships, not just vandalizing them, but attempting to bomb them with literal homemade explosive devices, trying to bomb Tesla dealerships. They're vandalizing the dealerships. Tesla owners are having their cars vandalized, attacked on the street. They may not even be Trump supporters. They may not even be Trump supporters, right? And yet they try to run around and say that Trump's a Nazi. We're all Nazis. And they're the ones that are they're clearly marking people publicly that are to be attacked. Right? They are clearly marking people publicly that are to be ostracized from society and to be dealt with violently. Right? But that's what makes these people who they are. They're lawless. They're liars. They are not covered by free speech, the First Amendment, but it's also a skewing of the truth. And that's why I told you guys what the mainstream media is doing right now by communicating to the general public, and unfortunately millions of retarded people are still listening. Okay? Elon Musk is stealing from your Social Security. He's stealing from your Medicare, your Medicaid. He's going to cut all that out, and you're going to die because he's a rich billionaire that's greedy and wants more money. That's why him and Donald Trump are buddies. That's why him and Donald Trump are buddies, and they're in cahoots together to steal. They are working together to steal from the American people, when in reality, they are actually working together to expose those who have been stealing from the American people for a very, very, very long time. And by doing so is setting the groundwork, because when someone decides to take matters into their own hands, because they actually believe that Elon is stealing from them or Donald Trump is stealing from them, they feel justified in order to go take somebody's life or send a message to Elon. They can't get to Elon, well, they're going to go start blowing up Teslas. They can't get to Elon, well, they're going to start blowing up Tesla dealerships. They can't get to Elon, they're going to start throwing Molotov cocktails at Tesla charging stations. And this is what I'm talking about, is this is pouring out, okay? Donald Trump and Elon Musk and their families can have the top tier security for the rest of their lives and afford it, which is fine. But we don't. And it will be easier to go after a Trump supporter, to go after someone with a Tesla, murder them in an act of political violence and domestic terrorism, to send a message to Donald Trump and Elon Musk, while at the same time risk that actually being blamed on Donald Trump because it's happening under his watch. Because Trump can't run around saying that, well, you know, this is out of control. Joe Biden, we have people in the White House that have no idea what they're doing. No, you're in the White House now, dude. It's you. It's your, you know, appointed AG. It's your appointed FBI director now. And now I'm hearing a lot of people. It's getting kind of pathetic at this point. You know, it really is. Now it's like, oh, we're waiting for we're waiting for Dan Bongino now. We got to wait for Dan Bongino's almost in. Once Dan Bongino wins, okay, then we're gonna make America great again. It's like, okay, dude, all right. Let's just keep making excuses, I guess.
You're a workhorse today, Arthur.
Let's just keep making excuses. But this is what. And this is how dangerous these propagandists are on MSNBC and CNN. They're in unison again. They're in unison justifying and playing down these acts of domestic terrorism in the United States of America against Trump supporters.
How old were you?
Against Trump supporters. And they're trying to psyop people into believing
Oh, excuse me, Karen.
that Trump, in his dictatorial mindset, is saying that if you protest Elon Musk, you're a domestic terrorist. Quite literally what they have been doing the past 4 to 8 years to us. We protest you. We have a disagreement with you. We love the American flag. We love American patriotism, nationalism. You're just a white person. You're a domestic terrorist. You support Trump, you're a domestic terrorist.
You want to go hunting?
What are you hunting? An elephant?
I wish. No, I saw a huge bear. One of the biggest I ever saw. I reckon nearly 1,000 pounds.
My God. Look, you need me to come with you.
Of course. Let's go.
Where are we heading exactly?
Up near the Dakota River. Might take a day or two.
I could do with a break from this place.
Oh, me too. It's been a rough couple of weeks. You need anything?
I don't think. Okay. But I do kind of like this horse.
There's nothing wrong with 2 horses. And the stables always have the best ones.
Well, I guess you're right.
This is going to be fun, Arthur.
You won't throw me?
No, he's an angel. If I'm near him.
Nasty little look in his eyes.
Oh, don't be rude about this magnificent creature. What's taking so long with this saddle?
Just let me get this off, boy.
Come on, I promise you don't want to ride that one bareback. Okay, see if you can get your leg over that brute.
Easy, big feller.
All right, let's head into town. We're heading out. Might be gone a couple of days. They got a good range of horse tack at the Valentine stables. Some beautiful saddles.
Do you see the projecting?
I used to have a real nice
Right?
one.
Do you see the projecting, and do you see how they not only deflect here, but they take what they have done, they put it on you, and then they justify that in the eyes of the general public. So when somebody gets killed, well, they praise it.
Yes. Remember?
Just like the murdering of the healthcare CEO. I used that example the other night, and I think that's exactly what's going on
Came
here.
back in the next day, and he woke up, started right back drinking again.
And that's what they're pushing for here right now again. Normalizing acts of domestic terrorism. Spinning the truth, altering the truth.
It must be pretty hard on Lenny. You could tell he was sweet on
And the
her.
mainstream media is literally right there already on top of it.
That's like Arthur.
And that's what I've been telling people is this is leading somewhere. This is leading somewhere.
Just feel a bit like I looked
And I don't know what the end goal is going to be.
Nonsense.
But they're all in unison
Just needs.
on this narrative. Look at this CNN host. Suggests that shooting up, firebombing, and vandalizing Tesla locations is just resistance. Representative Seth Moulton, a Democrat, nods along and dismisses the Tesla attacks because Republicans try to kill cops. There's a reason why they're all saying the same things right now in the mainstream media.
Like if you are attacking Teslas or dealerships, going beyond vandalism, that could be an act of domestic terrorism. But I do want to ask about this as resistance. Is this what resistance should look like?
So Trump thinks that if you try to kill cops to overthrow the government and change an election, that's not domestic terrorism.
Some money to get back on our feet.
Protest in front
I
of
hope
a Tesla
so.
dealership is.
You
The
found
bottom
a way
line
to
with Trump
offload
is
those
freedom and
Cornwall
liberties
bonds
belong
yet?
to people who agree with him, and that's it.
Not yet.
That's his view of America. That's not.
They're still very hot.
The people who believe in our Constitution.
Need to be done right.
I'd like it.
I have a couple of leads I'm looking into.
Listen to that one more time.
Don't let that big bastard get the better of you there,
going
Arthur.
beyond vandalism, that could be an act of domestic terrorism. But I do want to ask about this as resistance. Is this what resistance should look like?
So this was an obvious softball question by some woke black on CNN, because it's always the same terminology, the commie terminology, resistance, you know, stand your ground sheet. Same thing, but this woke white dude, it clearly flew over his head, but he still completely disregards. It's like she's trying to lean into it and justify it, but he just completely disregards it and is like, oh, well, you know, it's just a peaceful protest.
Is this what resistance should look like?
So Trump thinks that if you try to kill cops to overthrow the government,
I'm in the market for a new horse.
Yeah, that didn't happen. Nobody tried to kill police officers on January 6th. Actually, a police officer killed a Trump supporter that was unarmed.
But somehow having a protest in front of a Tesla dealership.
Right, yeah, and Antifa literally firebombing, attempting to burn down federal courthouses and buildings with human beings inside of them. I was there multiple nights, watched it with my own two eyes, documented it. It went super viral. Right. Yeah, that's not domestic terrorism, is it? Is it? Seth.
Been looking for a decent workhorse like this for a while.
This guy.
He'll pay a good price.
But here it
Otherwise,
is. Here's
I
the
can always
narrative.
stable him here for you.
Here it is.
Take a look.
Justifying domestic terrorism. It's resistance, the woke black is insinuating. It's resistance, the woke black is insinuating. How ridiculous. How ridiculous. But, I mean, you could sit there and say it's ridiculous, but at the same time, it's predictable. And this is why I'm telling you guys, like, I think we've been paying attention long enough to know that when they're doing this, it's not just a bunch of woke retarded people, you know, just yapping. It's coordinated. It's coordinated. And I'll put it to you this way, because now you got MSNBC, you got CNN that are justifying domestic terrorism, trying to play it down, water it down, and justify it because it's resistance. Resistance towards what? Okay, the dictator, Donald Trump. Resistance towards what? Elon Musk, the billionaire thief. Right? Resistance towards what? The threat to democracy. Resistance towards what? The dictatorial, authoritarian government that Trump is imposing on all of us through Project 2025. Right?
Know what I'm saying?
And so what happens when someone kills someone? That is a part of that. You know, there's a reason why they called us, and they still call us Nazis. It's not just retarded.
The best game ever made.
No, it's for that very reason and for that very purpose.
You got yourself a deal.
There's a reason why they call us all fascists. There's a reason why they call us all, you know, authoritarians, the SS, and, you know, threats to democracy. That is for the purpose. Okay, that is a literal linguistic tactic in order to psyop the individuals that are listening or watching to believe that there's an actual threat to their lives out there. And once that threat is neutralized, well, it's justified. That person is a murderer. That person is a terrorist. Donald Trump is Hitler. He's a fascist. He's a threat to our democracy. He's Elon Musk. He's a thief. He's going to be a trillionaire soon. And of course, the guy's greedy. He's stealing from my Medicare. He's stealing from my Social Security. That guy needs to be killed. I agree with that. That's how people are thinking and how they conclude. That's how they're psyoped out there to accept it when it happens.
What happened?
Why do you think after they tried to kill Trump, what did you see all up and down social media? All up and down TikTok. Yet all of these psychopaths, all of these people, all of these radical leftists, all of these evil, evil people saying, damn,
He knows
Whoever
that.
tries next better not miss.
Trelawney. Dutch and you pretty much
They're like,
raised-
damn, Thomas Crooks, you missed. You failed.
But it's done. Has been for a while now.
Whoever tries to do it again, you better not miss.
Nobody else would have been welcomed back that easy after
There's a
that
reason for
long. And you know it.
There's a reason for that.
But please don't you put
Because in
that
these
to the
people's
test.
hearts, they've been convinced
I never would.
that this evil
There's
threat to
the
their existence and their
goddamn
lives
shit.
needs to be neutralized and taken out immediately.
So you was just
Because if
talking
you don't
about
take out that
It's called O'Crea's
threat,
Run. Up in the
well, then they're
mountains
going to
east
take
of
you out first, so you have to be the one to take it out.
I can remember how to get there.
And that's exactly what I'm seeing happening right now with all of these developments. All of these developments, and this is not just on Trump, this is not just on Elon Musk, this is on every single one of you. This is not just on people like Nick
Okay.
Sorter,
I think we
Chase
need to
Geiser,
head right up here.
okay, or people like myself. All right? It's every single one of you. And that's why I think Trump has always said, you know, if they can do this to me, they can do this to you.
Yes, I remember
And this may
place.
look different or feel different from afar,
We're going the right way.
but once this is happening to your own house or once this is happening to your own family, well, then it gets real quick. And this is no longer a show anymore. In your mind, in your reality,
We made
oh, this
it.
is very real.
Let's loop around.
It's not fun. It's not games. It's not about going viral. Well, I can't stand people within MAGA. Like, I just want to go viral. I need to get the views and the views and the views. Oh, nuclear. Whoa, nuclear bomb from Trump. Like some cringe, you know, old school Nickelodeon show or something. You know what I mean? Like, whoa. Well, now you got domestic terrorists out here trying to neutralize Trump supporters.
Look there. Rabbits. Maybe we
And
should
it's only
catch
going
one
to get
cook.
worse.
Sure. Try and shoot one.
And it's only going to get worse. So the fake news definitely is playing a part in this.
Like that.
And
Just
you
ruin
can
the
see
meat.
it. You can hear
Best
it.
thing's a bow or a 22 caliber varmint
You can
rifle.
see it and you can hear it.
Before, you know.
Alongside of the usual suspects. Alongside of the usual suspects. This was Maxine Waters today.
What does Trump expect? Oh, I believe he expects violence. I believe he expects confrontation. I believe he's working toward a civil war. What does Trump expect? Oh, I believe he expects violence. I believe he expects confrontation. I believe he's working toward a civil war.
All of this is to stir up their base. All of this is to stir up their base. Get them amplified. Get them riled up. Get them locked and loaded and ready to go. Trump is trying to accomplish a civil war and he expects violence. So what do we got to do? We got to retaliate. We got to go after Trump. We got to go after his supporters. We have to send a message to them first. That's the conclusion. When Muppets like this
Come on, girl.
are mouthing off with this type of rhetoric in this
Good job.
political climate that we find ourselves in right now.
All right. It's getting late.
It's to stir up the
Reckon we
political
should camp
violence.
Here.
Sure.
It's to stir
You
up
get it set up.
their base that is completely mentally ill. Right? And we all know that Trump is not pushing for a civil war. Trump is trying to stop a war in Europe. Okay? We all know that. That's basic. That's low-hanging fruit. We all know that. And we also all know that if there was an actual civil war, okay, between leftists and 2-8-up right-wingers, all these retards are it's not even a question. Not even a question. Okay? I'm not advocating for that. I'm just saying if that actually went down. I think we all know who would win that one, guys. But the problem here, the obvious problem here, is what the outcome is that comes from this type of rhetoric.
You want some of this?
No, I'm fine. I don't like eating this late.
Okay.
You got to think of who their base is. These are demon-possessed, mentally unstable psychopaths. Okay, these are people that are full-blown homosexual sodomites. Okay?
All right.
These are people that believe that a biological male can be a biological woman.
I want to be up at first light.
Okay, these are Baphomet satanic devil worshippers that not only advocate for infanticide, they celebrate it. It's a satanic death cult. And these people have completely embraced Lucifer. They've completely opened up their arms to the demonic. That is who they are. And so when these Muppets from their big microphones signal to their base just exactly what we're dealing with, you have to respond accordingly.
Oh, give me a minute.
Coffee?
And then these mentally unstable perverts and this satanic death cult out there that hears that, they perceive it differently.
Arthur. I was virtually weaned on bear meat.
And they will respond violently and accordingly.
I think I got this done.
And I think your thinking needs to change on this. The thinking is we need to pray for President Trump and the safety of his family. That's not. They're fine, dude. Right? Elon Musk, his family. You know, it's you. It's you.
Let's go.
it's you. It's me. And I'm not afraid of these people. I'm just saying you need to be ready.
Try our luck down by the water. That's where I saw him last.
Okay.
You need to be ready.
How's that horse treating you?
Because
So good.
You know,
this is out in the open and obvious for a
I was
reason.
in this area with Bessie years ago.
Really? I didn't
And these
know
people
that.
are a threat, and they are
I
dangerous.
imagine you still miss her.
Every day.
And they're using
Did you
various
two
different
ever
tactics
think
to
about
target
getting out of the
innocent
lab?
people.
We did briefly. You don't remember?
And I just think
Guess
that
you
it's
were
pretty
still young.
clear that something
last
is
long.
clearly
I
and
drifted back
obviously
into it.
happening right now.
She understood. She knew what I was.
Something is
I
clearly
remember you
and
not being
obviously
around for a
happening
while, but,
right now.
well, things were looser back then.
Well, there
Truth is
is clearly
there's never really
a
any getting out.
coordinated effort
Staying in,
to target Trump's
It's hard.
supporters
you know that. But Bessie
via
and I made it
swatting,
work.
kill
Why?
teams
You
after
thinking about
Elon Musk in
getting out?
Austin, Texas, according to Alex
No,
Jones.
of course not.
Assassination plots
Listen, if Dutch's grand plans work,
off of the Ukrainian
and we
hit list
can
and
make
kill
enough
list.
money to go someplace new,
There's an
really
obvious
maybe we
coordinated
could all have a
effort
new
that
start.
is specifically targeting
Anyway, for now,
Trump's
let's try and
supporters.
face ourselves
The
a bear,
question
shall we?
is, what is
Let's
the
look by the water here, see if
what
he's
is
been
the
fishing again
end
recently.
goal for this? Right? Obviously, we know the end goal is for a Trump supporter to get killed out there. And they already are getting killed.
Look for
I'm very
tracks,
suspect with
gone
what happened to
bones,
Jamie White.
Any sign of him?
Very suspect. They've already tried to kill Trump many times. And then blame it on Iran, right? They've already tried to do that. But now we're seeing, an increase of swatting on multiple Trump supporters, members of the media, independent media. Right? What is the end game here, How will this be perceived? Because on one end you could say, okay, it will be a bad look.
Oh,
If this is the op they're running,
They sure look big enough.
let's push for
Let's hope it's him. Can you tell
death
us
to
where he
Trump
went?
supporters under Trump's watch. That'll be a bad look. His own base will accuse him of not making America safe again as he promised. And it will make his administration an absolute failure. Honestly, guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you here. I do not see that. I don't see how you come back from that. I don't. Especially if you are not clearly communicating to your base that we are doing everything possible to go after these criminals that are targeting our people. We are doing everything possible. You need to know that this administration has your back and we are literally hunting these people down. We haven't got that. And if tomorrow or tonight we wake up and get some horrible news from a high-profile Trump supporter or a member of the independent media saying my house got swatted or my dad's house got swatted, he responded to it incorrectly, the police got confused, and they blew my dad's head
Something
off.
else on the ground. Just
And he was a Trump supporter
There's
too.
shit here. Watch your step.
Looks real fresh. Reckon he's got to be close.
Let's keep going.
I don't know, dude. I don't know how you come back from that if that happens under Trump's watch. Is that being done on purpose? Is this like some kind of psyop?
We lost him?
To turn Trump's
Now.
base against him?
A little optimism, I
Maybe.
Well,
But if it is, the
What do you think?
administration needs to identify it quickly and get
split
ahead
up
of
and
it.
each look.
'Cause that's how I'm seeing it.
We could place bait here.
That could work. Which you
Or is this a genuine F-up happening right now? Is
Let's
this
bait
a
here.
genuine
Fine by me.
incompetency
Let's leave the bag
on
over there.
Pam Bondi, and for whatever
By those
reason,
boulders
Kash
up
Patel
ahead,
as
looks like a
well
good
is
spot
not
for it.
moving on this or taking this as seriously as they should be. And it's a genuine F-up. If a Trump supporter literally gets targeted and gets killed, murdered, under an act of domestic terrorism under Trump's watch. I just don't see how you come back from that. I really don't, you know. I just... If something like that could absolutely be prevented, which it
Big
should
scar
and it
down his
could,
face. Hey, did that
that's going to
bait
cause
look
some
okay to
major
you?
problems.
I think so.
Major
You're
problems for Trump,
Ready with
and,
your gun
you know,
there?
I'm good.
I can't defend that.
You okay? You seem nervous.
So do you.
I
I'm
can't
fine.
defend that. Nope. Mm-mm.
Let's just take a look at that bait.
Nope.
Sure.
Nope. And people like to say, oh, well, it's all
only just
being
said
dealt
it,
with behind the
Jose.
scenes. And,
We need to do this right.
well, then I thought this was the most transparent administration in U.S. history. So, you tell me what's really going on. You tell me what's really going on. But clearly, at the end of the day, this should be top priority for the administration, targeting the very people that love you, support you. And aside from that, your job is to protect the American people. Your job is to protect the American people. So, I believe Pam Bondi and Donald Trump are meeting tomorrow. Let's see. Let me look that up real quick. Well, let's check X before we continue.
Everything all right?
Let's see. Pam Bondi.
You're fine, old man.
Of course I'm fine. It's nothing. Nothing at all.
Thank you. I think. That was fun.
Let's see.
You know what, Arthur?
Pam Bondi. Yes.
I'm coming with you.
Let's get going then.
We'll see. We'll see what comes of that. We'll see what comes of that. If they meet tomorrow, which it's sounding like they are. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what Trump announces, and we'll see what Pam Bondi does,
Gives us
or
any
we'll just
crap about disappearing like that. I don't need another. We gotta be out there
Just be,
making
you
money
know.
speech.
We were just out scoping a lead.
Just Trump
He doesn't
glazing
need
Pam Bondi and Pam
to know
Bondi
it's a
glazing
big
Trump, and nothing is
furry
really
one.
getting done. I
Well,
don't know. We'll wait till tomorrow to see what happens.
I probably owe you one.
Don't worry about it.
But
I need to head out to Emerald Ranch
there is
soon to
clearly
look into something.
an escalation going on in our nation. Clearly an escalation going on. Because it's not good, man. It's not good. Let's see. So Here's a Joe Pogs. I don't know. I don't listen to this guy, but here is his account of what happened. Yes, my family and I were swatted. This is how it went down, including the video I saw on my front camera at 2:35 a.m. How would you have reacted? This has to stop. Let's take a look at this.
So I waited a couple of days because I didn't want to put this out there yesterday and put fuel in the fire, maybe for somebody's oxygen. I was trying to get some publicity out of this. But we were swatted 2 nights ago at my house. Now, the good thing is I'm up until about 5:37 at 2:35 a.m. And we have cameras around the house. Some of you can see, you can't, so if you're a bad guy out there, you can see where they all are. But we have cameras outside the house. And at 2:35 in the morning, I got an indication on my phone that there was some camera, or there was some movement, some motion sensor at the front door. And I went, okay, that's weird. Maybe a bug. Who knows? Maybe the dogs had to go out. My wife took the dogs out. Nope. It was a guy holding an AR-15.
Damn.
With a cap on, looking in my window. Now, at that point, you say to yourself, well, I've got a rifle too.
Mm-hmm.
Can go grab that and go see what's what.
This is where it
got
goes
5
wrong.
other guns nearby.
Yep.
Grab some of them, go see what's what. And then, end up in a shootout at 2:35 in the morning in the middle of rural Texas. That's something that I don't think that I wanted to do immediately. So what happened was I had this level of calculation in my brain going about a million miles a second. And I said, okay, first thing I need to do, because when it's at night, the cameras are very good. They're color cameras, they're audio cameras. But at night, it goes to sort of a night vision view. So I can't tell if it's a police officer or not. I don't know who it is, but he looks a little bit nervous. But believe me, I've got a video of this guy with a rifle at my front door. Like, holding it, ready to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And I called 911. That was the right answer. And I said, this is my address, this is who I am, radio, television, talk show host, so some would say public figure. I think I'm being swatted. Are you guys at my house? About 2 seconds later, she said, yes, we are. We got a report of this, and this. Dogs were shot, people were bleeding, people were hiding. None of that was true. None of it true. Not a bit of it. So I said, none of that's happening. Please tell him to stand down. I'll come out with my hands up while I have you on the phone with me, and I'll explain what's going on. She said, okay, I haven't made contact with you yet, don't go out yet. So then I walk out of my production studio, and I see in my backyard, you got 2 or 3 people with flashlights. So are you in my backyard, too? Hold on, brother. Yes, we're in the backyard. Okay. Give me the go. When he says he's good, when he's got that gun barrel down, I will come out. Waiting. Then she says, I still have the complainant on the line. I said, well, I'm at the address. Okay. So there is no complainant here. There is no distress here. There are no issues here. This is a SWAT act. I don't know what that is. They send a tactical team to your house pretending there's an emergency because their hope is to either scare you on the low end, have you come out and confront the police officers and get killed, death by cop, or something else. It's a political message they're sending. They don't like that you're a conservative. They don't like that you're this, that, or the other. And again, I waited 2 days to do this because I think the bad guy probably would have tuned in yesterday to see, am I going to give some oxygen and some gas to this? The answer is no. So I waited.
Yeah, dude, it's a Mazda.
This is not me jumping in a bandwagon. I wasn't going to publicize it at all, but all of these big people are. And I think that there's probably more power bringing it to this ministry. So once I got the okay, I walked out. And it's not one officer, it's not one deputy. It's 7. There are 7 deputies in like with tactical gear. All of them had a long gun, as they should. I'm not against that. I have one too. All of them nervous as hell. I get it. I understand. At 2:30 in the morning on a Tuesday or whatever it was, that's not something that you get a call like that. You're stressed out, and it's in an area of the world where things like this don't go on. So they're ready to go. Thankfully, one said, the one dude was me. We had a conversation. I said, listen, this is what they're doing. They're targeting anybody who's pro-Trump, who's a conservative. It turns out, according to those over on X, it looks like they might be targeting people who have said anything negative about Zelensky, about Ukraine. It looks like that might be what's going on here. There was some Ukraine non-friend list or something that went out 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and I was on it because I dared say, why is he stopping election? Why is he stopping free speech? Why is he stopping worship? I was now in the doghouse. So I went out there, and it took a while for them to understand that what I was saying was true. And thankfully, they knew who I was as a public figure, and a guy that they know on the radio and TV, and I was able to calm everything down. And, we made an agreement. You guys get a call to my house. You got my cell phone number. You call me. You can't get me, then come. Because, again, this is what they do. It's a scare tactic to shut me up. You've noticed since then I have not shut up, so it's not going to happen. But there's no way somebody's family should be in harm's way. I just want you to think for a second. If I would have grabbed my AR-15 and walked out the front door, or my pistol, walked out the front door, I would have been dead in my doorway. Dead. You think about that. That's a tactic of the left. That's the tactic of those who don't like my politics.
Of course.
It's not okay. Not by any means. It's not something I would ever imagine doing. Because I disagree with somebody. I would just disagree with them and try to make them see the light. But that's really something. Had I taken any other action, I might have been killed at my house that night. And you start to think, maybe that's the tactic. Maybe that's the end goal they have. Maybe
of course
that's
it
the
is.
result they want.
Of course it is.
I've seen prominent people over on X, Nick Shorter. I think the guy's name is Gunther Eagleman. I've seen them talk about it. Alex Jones from InfoWars said one of his reporters was swatted the night before, something like that. An InfoWars reporter was actually killed in Austin recently. Now, we don't know that that's connected to this at all. It could be something else. But there's an attack right now. It's a scare tactic and a hope to actually leave people dead, I think.
Attempted murder,
from the
dude.
left to the right now. I'm not saying everybody on the left is doing this, but you need to shut up about Ukraine and let them show up at your house at 2:35 a.m. The good news is, and before I would ever report on this, I've spoken with the Sheriff's Department at Langley. They have my number. They have my name. We now have a plan in action should they get a call like that again before they dispatch anybody out to my house. Now, others are not involved in this, and if you've got an emergency where I live, near where I live, you're going to have perfect service. They're going to call me first. They're going to make sure that they have the right thing first. They're going to now understand this is a tactic that people are using to try to cause me harm somehow, and sadly, as collateral damage, my family.
Yep.
And that's not okay. So I made the conscious decision to not talk about this right after it happened, to not talk about it yesterday. And now that I see this being publicized more by people over on social media, maybe there's strength in numbers and letting people know we're hip to you. And police agencies now are learning. And to that end, I texted my friend Cash Patel today, the FBI director, told him what happened, and suggested that possibly the FBI might want to put out some sort of notification that there are people who are under attack because of their thoughts. Okay? So I wanted to put it out there because I wanted to stay ahead of it and not get so far ahead of it that I gave this person
So what did your friend Cash Patel say, dude?
the oxygen and the, I don't know, the credit. I didn't want them to go, yeah, got it. But it would have like when I was a television news anchor, we would get a call from somebody saying there's a bomb threat at whatever school. We wouldn't air that. Because if you aired it, it was just some kid trying to get tomorrow off of school on a long weekend, then more people are going to do it. You know what I mean? So let me say this to all the bad guys out there. The police are completely hip to what you did. The only person we'll respond to is somebody in my house with all their names and all their phone numbers. If you're anybody who's using a VoIP from very far away, what happens? They're not going to listen to you when it's my house. They're going to call me first, call my wife, verify what's going on, and then come or not come depending on the situation. So you took your shot, almost quite literally, and you missed. You should feel like an idiot to do it. That's not how you solve problems. How you solve problems is you break it down, you discuss it, you vote, you get people that you want. This is not how you do it. That's pretty disgusting. So I wasn't going to talk about that, but I decided, you know, and actually this was out all the way. I mentioned it. Maybe it was not. I wanted to give them a couple of days to cool off, not give them the credit they sought, and also to let them know that we can't do it again, because now we've got all sorts of mechanisms in place to make sure that we know what's going on at my house at Cooper.
And again, yeah, I don't know. I don't listen to this guy, so I don't know if he's like, I don't know. Crazy. Like I said, these are clear attempted murders. You know, clear attempted murders. And that's clearly what is happening here. And yes, obviously there is a Ukrainian hit list. You criticize Ukraine, something's going to happen to you, that's for sure. And at the same time, it is domestic terrorism. Let's just call it for what it is. It's domestic terrorism. It's attempted murder, and they want to kill you. Okay? It's domestic terrorism. It's attempted murder, and they want to kill you. That's the agenda, and that is the goal.
Why does this car look so small?
That's the agenda, and that is the goal. But, like I said, thank God, he responded the way he did. Thank God he responded the way he did. Thank God he responded the way he did. Because that could have that's the response they want, right? Especially from a right-winger. Right? That's the response they want is oh yeah, you see someone outside of your house with an AR, right? And they don't clearly look like police. They've got tactical gear on. Your response is, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to take care of business, right? Well, that's what they want. You go outside, you get your head blown off by police. That is the attempted murder, and people that are engaging in this need to be dealt with. This should be a top priority for the FBI and Pam Bondi. Top priority, because if that ends the wrong way, if that ends in a tragic way, this is not going to look good on Trump. Not going to look good. I'll tell you that right now. And let me show you just exactly what I mean. Let me show you just exactly what I mean with how this is escalating just on the streets and the people you're dealing with. You know, I think people that may be trying to maybe not necessarily play this down. I don't know if people are trying to act stupid out there. You know, is the left really trying to do this? Maybe that was their intent to get me killed. But yes, it's their intent to get you killed. You're at war, okay? You are at war. That is the end game. This is why I have been so vocal against conservatives for so long. And telling people that you need to stop being so soft. You need to stop being a cuck. Because you are dealing with people that want to kill you. Okay? That want to murder you. They don't want a conversation with you. They don't want to agree to disagree. They don't want to come to the table and find common ground. Okay? That's not what's happening. Okay? That's not what's happening. It's a death cult. They want to kill you. They want to neutralize you. That's it right there. That is it right there. Let me show you this. Look at this. Look at this viral footage of some LGBTQ homosexual freak pulling a gun on a street preacher out in broad daylight for saying that God made men men and women women. Okay, this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Harder, but you need to try less being like somebody you're not and start to humble yourself and be somebody that God made you to be. He didn't make a man to be a woman. He made the man to be a man. He didn't make the woman to be a man. He made the woman to be a woman. And this is the truth. What are you going to do? Come attack me now? Hey, man.
That is crazy, dude. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that homosexual, dude. Look at this pervert freak. Look at that. Right there. Look at that. Straight up, dude. At gunpoint. At gunpoint. This is why I'm telling people. You are not dealing with people that want to just, you know, agree to disagree.
Woman to be a woman. And this is the truth. What are you going to do? Come attack me now? I should. Hey, man.
Damn, dude. Was the finger on the trigger and everything? Yeah, dude. Look at that. Finger on the trigger and everything. Look at that. Look at that. Ready to kill, dude. Ready to murder. Look at that. LGBTQ, demonic, satanic freak. Ready to blow this street preacher's head off, dude.
What are you going to do? Come attack me now?
Finger on the trigger.
Hey, man. It's up to you. If you want to pull that on me, God bless you. So you just threatened me with a gun. You just pulled a gun on my face. Man, Lord have mercy.
That is crazy footage, dude.
On you. This means that you don't even know who you are.
The Lord definitely protected this dude.
Man, Lord have mercy on you. This means that you don't even know who you are. Nope, I still love you. Even though you pulled a gun on me, I still love you. I still bless you. Harder. But you need to try less being like somebody you're not and start to humble yourself and be somebody that God made you to be. He didn't make a man to be a woman. He made the man to be a man. He didn't make the woman to be a man. He made the woman to be a woman. And this is the truth. What are you going to do? Come attack me now?
That's crazy. That is crazy. This is one of the craziest clips. Craziest clips I think I've ever seen. But again, this is who you're dealing with. Okay? And this is who you're dealing with. They're not trans people. Stop saying that. There's no such thing as a trans person. Stop using that terminology. That's Baphomet, dude. You're using satanic terminology. There's no such thing as trans. Okay? These are degenerate homosexuals or perverts. Okay? These dudes that claim to be women, if they're actually in their minds just simply attracted to men, that's a homosexual. Okay? Okay? Or if they're cross-dressers, they're perverts, or they just simply want easy access to the opposite sex. Stop saying trans. Okay, stop saying trans and using this satanic terminology that they're trying to normalize in our society. Those people don't exist. They don't exist. What do you think Baphomet is? It's part beast, part male, part female. An abomination. That's what this is. It's an abomination. All right? This is LGBTQ, depraved, reprobate, homosexual, violent terrorists. That's exactly what this is. But yet again, do not underestimate these people. Do not underestimate these people. These are the people, okay, that call you a Nazi, call you a terrorist, call you an oppressor, okay? These are the people that Maxine Waters is talking to. Okay? These are the exact people that Maxine Waters is telling Donald Trump wants a civil war with. That Donald Trump is expecting violence with. These are the same exact people. And they do take matters into their own hands. And they want war. There's war in their hearts. There's war in their hearts. There's death in their hearts. Obviously, they need God. Obviously, they need Christ. Obviously, they need to repent. But they're a threat. Pray for your enemies. Bless your enemies. Do good to your enemies. But do not underestimate. The Bible also says, do not be deceived. Be sober, be vigilant. Or else you're going to get caught up like a sitting duck. Like an absolute sitting duck. And if and when that happens, it may not end well for you. Actually, it will not end well for you. But there is a clear escalation going on. And not quite too sure how serious the FBI is taking this. Not quite too sure how serious the Attorney General is, the top law enforcement agent in the United States, appointed by Donald Trump. But what I do know is it needs to be addressed quickly because innocent people are going to be victims in the process. But again, you know, this is just a testament to where we are in society. It really is. God warns civilization. God warns us. What happens when a society or individuals, they suppress the truth and embrace the lie? God gives them over to a reprobate or a depraved mind. They lose all sanity. They lose all moral code. Discern right from wrong. And a sign of that happening is a full embrace and practice of full-blown homosexuality, lesbianism, sexual degeneracy, evil hatred, murder. Just read Romans chapter 1. It's detailed perfectly by God right there. Tanya Chutkan, I don't know, whatever, just some woke black, allows states' attorneys general to unveil the names of Doge employees. This psycho dude. Corrupt U.S. District Judge Tanya has unleashed a legal assault on Elon Musk and the newly formed Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, greenlighting a fishing expedition that threatens to expose Doge employees to the wrath of left-wing bureaucrats. And the current climate that we're in, where Trump supporters are literally being targeted by domestic terrorists, they know exactly what they're doing here. On Tuesday, radical left judge Tanya, a disgustingly dishonest Trump hater who believes she was elected to lead this country and take down Trump, issued an order today in the state of New Mexico, et al. Versus Elon Musk et al. That demands Musk and Doge cough up sensitive documents and data within a mere 21 days, all to appease a coalition of Democrat-led states desperate to undermine President Trump's agenda. Tanya
had a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. There's also documentation that says that when Donald Trump became aware, and this is before Epstein was busted, this is before anything happened, and I might be a little fuzzy on the details, I may have to look up the article, but if I'm remembering correctly, the story goes that Epstein hit on an underage girl, a daughter of someone else that was part of Mar-a-Lago Club. And when Trump was made aware of that, he banned him for life. This was before Epstein was ever exposed as being anything. You can look it up. There's documentation on that. So yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. So, but yes, Trump banned Epstein long before Epstein was ever exposed as being a PDF file. He did that long before that was ever. Exposed. And so anyway, leftists can go ahead and whine and cry and make believe anything that they need to. It's totally fine. Vault 95 says Tim shills Rumble hardcore these days. Fact check. Yeah, well, I mean, Tim is now a partner with Rumble. He's getting paid by Rumble. And that's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but it's just like, I guess what my problem with it is like all of these creators that are getting paid by Rumble that are willing to, I'm going to tell you right now, as a small creator on YouTube, again, you're welcome to do what you want. Going Rumble exclusive is a fucking retarded idea. I say that as someone that has built now, how many channels? We have 3 channels over 100K. I have a few others that are, like 40, thousands. Like we've got almost 1 million subscribers across the board on YouTube. Not being on YouTube as a small creator is a fucking retarded plan. Okay, don't go to Rumble and start your career because it's career suicide. That's what it is. You can have a Rumble channel and you can be on Rumble, but you need to be on YouTube as well. So, absolutely, like crazy to like expect other creators to have to go over there exclusively to Rumble. Fuck that. All right. So anyway, also, I don't know how they count their views over there. I have no idea. I like, okay, let me show you this really quickly. Let me show you this. Let me pull this up. Let me go to our Sports Wars channel. Sports Wars over on Rumble. Okay, so check this out. This is what's very weird to me about Rumble. Okay, so let's go to live. Okay, look at this right here. Share tab. This is our Sports Wars channel on Rumble. 52,000 followers, by the way, which is damn good. Very proud of that. The fact that we have 52,000 followers on our sports channel that Rumble doesn't fucking care about, apparently. Look at the views 8 days ago on a live stream. 129,000 views on a live stream. Okay? Now, this is compared to 2,000 views that happened today or yesterday. 4,000 the week before, 4,000 the week before, almost 5,000 the week before. This one had 129,000 views. That makes no fucking sense. If you go look at the live chat during that stream, my chat here on YouTube with 2,200 people, 10 times more active than that stream with 129,000 views. I don't buy any of it. You can tell me 129,000 people viewed that fucking stream. I don't buy it for shit. There's no way you're going to make me believe 129,000 people watched that stream. None. Not even close. So when I see like Crowder with 100,000 people watching his streams and Dan Bongino with 100,000 people watching his streams and they're not pulling that on YouTube, it doesn't make any sense. It makes absolutely no sense. So, but with that said, hey man, more power to you. If you're getting that bag, but that doesn't mean that I have to go over there exclusively, and I'm not going over there exclusively. YouTube has been good to me, and they've been bad to me as well. I've had problems with YouTube, just like everybody else. But to tell like smaller creators to abandon YouTube and move over to Rumble, career suicide. I wouldn't recommend that at all. I would recommend growing your channel on YouTube to the best of your ability and trying to stay within their fucked up rules on YouTube, which have gotten better. And then migrating that audience over to Rumble, that's how I would do it. And I say that as somebody with over 200,000 followers on Rumble. We have 200,000 followers. Almost 250,000 followers on Rumble at this point. Piano Dean says, RFK Jr. demanded today that food companies eliminate all people from their soylent green. What the hell, Piano Dean? You never know. So anyway, I'm glad they're making a run at Rumble. I do, but yeah, I mean it's just obvious that Tim never wanted to talk about Rumble until Rumble started paying. I mean, I didn't start talking. I've been talking about Meta PCs long before they paid me. You know what I mean? By the way, you can go over to Meta PCs right now and use the promo code 199. But that's how I remember a company years ago. I've told this story before, but I remember a company, the company that brought us out to shoot the guns. It was awesome. They brought us out. We shot a bunch of guns. It was awesome, and we shot a video and everything. And they wanted to sponsor Geeks and Gamers, and I'm like, no, no. They're like, what do you mean no? And I said, dude, I am not. I straight up told their one of their directors this, but I was like, I am not just going to turn around because one day you guys gave us a great little, tour of your place. One day, I'm just going to show up the next day and talk about how great you are. It's clear you paid me off. I don't know you. I don't know who your company is. I have no idea what you're about. I don't know if you're going to cancel me if I say the wrong thing. So we need to build a rapport for several months. And then maybe I would be considered to take a sponsorship from you once I understand who you are and you understand who I am. And he goes, wow, you really think about this stuff, don't you? I'm like, yes. I mean, I appreciate it, but you're not just going to give me a couple of grand and I'm going to tell everybody you're a good friend. It's not how it works. Rumble tried to get me to have better help become a sponsor. And they offered me like $5 grand for 3 fucking ad reads. I'm going to say that again. BetterHelp offered me $5,000 for 3 ad reads. And I turned it down. Because fuck BetterHelp. Subway J says, can I take your order? Holy shit. All Might says, hey man, big fan of the channel. 2-time Trump voter and like most everything he's done so far. But Israel support concerns me. I'm not pro-Palestine. I just want America to be the focus. Thoughts? Well, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and I don't have any, in-depth knowledge of the whole Israel-Palestine conflict because I truly don't care. If we have a positive relationship with countries, I'm fine with us having a good relationship with them. And so I don't, it doesn't bother me that much. What bothers me is people that are in the United States of America that make their entire life based around their love for Israel. And I'm like, well, then go there if you love it so much. But in terms of like having allies around the world, I have no problem with us having allies and have a good relationships with allies. And one thing I've noticed about the anti-Israel crowd is that they need you to believe everything they believe. And that's just not how I operate. I'm also not going to believe everything the pro-Israel crowd wants me to believe either. But I've never been there. I'm never going to go there. So I don't really care that much. As long as, they're not attacking us, then more power to them, But You know, people like Little Ben Shapiro seem to think that the only thing that matters is Israel first, and I'm like, but you live in America and you benefit from America. You've become a multimillionaire in America, and you hire American workers. You've built your entire business around being an American, yet all you care about is Israel, and that doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I have no problem with Trump having a good relationship with them. That doesn't bother me at all. I don't see that as a flaw. I see the Epstein situation as a flaw. I see the fact that Pam Bondi, under the direction of Donald Trump, let's be clear, just because Pam Bondi looks like an idiot in the whole situation with the Epstein files, it doesn't mean Trump gets a pass. It doesn't mean that Trump was under his direction. What she did, Donald Trump approved of that. Let's not forget that. Whatever Pam Bondi did and how stupid she looked, Donald Trump approved it. That's the bigger concern right now, is how ridiculous, that's how ridiculous it comes off to me. So hopefully we will get a little more, details on that. But I hope the MAGA crowd keeps the heat on them about the Epstein situation. Anthony 1399 says, my boy has returned. Miss Corbercast as hell. All hail the chat and the mage IDOT of the 199. Jeremy is gay. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate it, brother. Miss you guys too. Cor Amarada says, sheep is a mere 4 people away from 100 over the still sheep Sidian. If a few people could help out and push him past it, I'd appreciate it. Look in there. You guys are getting married in Vegas, right? Sugar water to Cor Amarada and still sheep Sidian right there. Thank you. And look at there. Jessica Lindstrom just dropped the link. There you go. Anthony with the gifted membership. Thank you. John freaking Murdoch. What? You may, after all the super chats I've given, I'm not your friend. That said, I'm unsubscribing. Man, now do I have to give memberships? John Murdoch, do I have to give memberships as an apology to John Murdoch? Is that what I have to do? Alright. This is for John Murdoch. John freaking Murdoch, okay? Here we go. I have to give some memberships. I gotta open it up in a new tab. It's such a hard job. Such a difficult job. Now I have to open up in a new tab. Let's see here. And I gotta give some memberships in the name of John freaking Murdoch. Okay, here we go.